Welcome to Combox. Jared and Varun here for the big Mumbai Gujarat game. We've got debutants. We've got a very interesting thing where for the last 24 hours, Gujarat have been favourites. They've won the toss. Mumbai brought in a bunch of debutants, and then Mumbai became the favourites. So we'll talk to Rob about that later on because that is absolutely bizarre. But what I will say at the moment is Ryan Rickleton and Rohit Sharma are both gone, Varun. So we're not going to be seeing them now.
We also won't see Shardul Thakur and Deepak Chahar.
It's a lot of big names missing, isn't it?
Yeah, also like with Danish Maliva, they were showing his first class record. Like, is that what you want to see from a player when you're playing a T20?
Has he got any other records? Are there other records to be excited by?
That is fair. I mean, Rob would be hating this, wouldn't he? He can't bet on people he doesn't know anything about.
I mean, he can and will bet on them.
He's not played major T20s.
He's never played a professional T20 game. He does average 49 in first class cricket, to be fair, with 300s in 15 games. He is 22 years old.
Mm-hmm. Where did he? I wonder if he played like one of those leagues when he's bowling. Oh, I think looks like back of the length from Siraj. And he nearly ran himself out. Oh, no, sorry, that was Quinton. My bad. You're muted.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes.
That's weird. Don't know how that muted. But sorry, I'm just having trouble with my internet over here.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, there we go. Are we on? Yeah. So second ball, guided into the offside. Quick single taken. So De Kock is off the mark. So Rickleton, Chahar, Rohit, and Shardul Thakur. Shardul Thakur, who has 6 of what, their 14 wickets in this tournament or something ridiculous.
Yeah, it's been a bit wild. So Santner's back in as well for them.
Do you know what's really funny about all this, by the way, as well? Who's the young Indian player they've been, a Mumbai Indians player they've been hyping up for ages?
I have no idea.
Robin Minns.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you're right.
All we ever hear about is Rob. Oh, you have no idea, guys. Oh, when he comes in, he's just on the verge of taking over all of cricket. And it's like, okay, great. We're going to bring someone in. Who are we going to bring in? A guy who's never played a professional T20 game before. And he misses his first ball. To be fair, if he hit this first ball, he might have been Bradman because this is angled in and just darted away massively.
Did you see one of those balls Jofra bowled yesterday?
Yes. I know.
It was ridiculous.
Yes, I did. So that first ball just angled in and taking away. No problems there. I need to make all this bigger. Next one, outside part of the bat. His first runs. He now has more runs than Himit. The equal amount of runs of Himit Singh, doesn't he?
Yes.
In 4 games. Who would I have as favourites? Says here. I probably have as favourites the team that has won 3 games in a row who's not on the bottom of the ladder, who's playing at home. I'm just putting it out there on a limb. Am I missing something here?
No. Probably not.
They've won 3 in a row, right?
The Gujarat, must have.
Yeah. They're playing at home, right? And Mumbai's on the bottom, and we've lost 4 in a row, right? How on earth do you not? And who won the toss again?
That was Gujarat.
And how many debutantes did they have?
About 75, I want to say.
I mean, my God. It's so bizarre.
But this is, to be fair, it's been a while since I've seen MI play people no one has any clue about.
Yeah, well, it doesn't make them more likely to be favourites.
Yeah, that's true.
No, very, very weird, I would say here.
Like, I'm a bit surprised they dropped Rickleton. He was so good in the T20 World Cup, and he was fine, I thought, for them this season. I just don't think he should be opening.
Ooh, this is angled across. Is it going to be a wide? No, it's a dot ball. 2 runs off the first over. Okay, just to show you how wild this is. Finally, oh no, Gujarat are favourites again. Oh, finally. All right,
finally.
that's fine. And they're well and truly favourites after that over as well. I think the team news and everything has settled in. There's a big. I just saw a big bet come in. It's changed everything. Might have just been that the market was a bit slow to wake up today. All good.
So CV says if MI lose, they are out, right? What would they be? They'd be 1-5?
Yeah.
I've seen MI qualify from that.
If you look at it at this stage, depending on how you feel about Rajasthan from here on in the tournament, I think there's going to be a lot of teams who are going to be clumped on a similar amount of wins.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be too worried about that.
I think the more worrying thing is KKR is above Mumbai in the points table.
That's because of the washout, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but still.
Also, KKR's played 2 extra games, haven't they?
They have? How many has MI played? 4?
Is this?
Oh, yeah, 5. Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
This is the 6th game, fair.
Yeah. Now you understand why I don't like points tables the way they're currently set up.
Yes, I get.
It doesn't make any sense. You got one team.
Yeah, you win percentage runs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think stream 1 is not working.
Oh, you're right. Thank you.
You just had a ball and there was a single. Who's bowling the second? So Rabada's still bowling.
Yeah. Abby says, "Is Mumbai pressing the panic button?" Yes.
I mean, you don't drop 3 senior people for 2 debutants if you're not panicking, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's just panic. I mean, it could also be a bit like what happened with Sunrisers, right? Is this on the pads at the cock, and he's going to ease this over mid wicket for 6. Yeah. It could also be just as simple as this, that there is a situation where they were like, it's not working with the senior players. Let's just see what happens when we bring in new players. Sometimes you see this, a couple of the good players come in and do well, and then you change it again, right? You keep the junior players who do well, but you bring back the seniors anyway. But yeah, a shake up, maybe letting everyone know that they are a possibility.
Yeah, could also be the
side edge. Well, good keeping there by Butler. Stops that from 4.
Yeah, it could also be that they discovered what we discovered about Chaha, and it's that he's bowling too full in the power play. He's swing searching a bit too much for my liking. So maybe they're just like, okay, we'll just get you arrested for a couple of games, work on you a bit more, and try to get you bowling the right lengths again. It could be as simple as that.
Yeah. That doesn't explain everyone else who's not in the side.
That obviously doesn't. I think Rickelson went because they wanted Santner.
Pushed into the covers, and they take 1.
For a single. Yep. Rabada's bowling quick again.
Yeah, he's doing well so far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's all weird. Is Shardul... I don't really understand why they had Shardul in their side.
Yeah, I don't understand why they dropped him as well now, to be honest.
Both of those things I agree with. Does that make sense? He doesn't really make sense for what they're trying to do. You don't get any batting out of him. They don't use him as a batter. Surely there's a better specialist bowler. Is this a big LB shot here? And he's out.
Oh, he's given him. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Wow. Danish Malawar. Is he going to review? He might need to be told what a review is, how it works, and everything else. I don't think he's going to. I think that looked pretty plumb.
He's walking off. And he's out on his debut for 2 or 4 balls. And Namandir was set to bat in 3. Let's see if he comes in.
He walked right across the stumps there and tried to play this away on the leg side, and has ended up just missing that completely.
That's the sort of shot I would play on Cricket 26. Because it's like, do you know from that back view where you can't see they're just stumps?
Yeah.
That's what happens. And it's like, oh, it's clearly pitching outside, and it's like it's right in front. That's the sort of shit I would do on Cricket 26.
Well, Rabada has taken a lot of wickets recently so far, so that's a good one for them. Praveen says, I'm observing this IPL that it's very hard to score against quality bowling attack in death overs. I think teams should attack more on the power play. At least 80 should be the minimum for 3 wicket loss. It's actually hard to score at the death against anyone.
I was about to say, how many high quality death bowling sides have we seen?
We do have a piece about this coming out, Praveen, so you can have a look at that soon.
80 should be minimum, even for 3 wickets lost. Maybe, I don't know, like 80 is probably asking too much, but yeah, I think we're getting to the point where 70 is becoming so common, isn't it?
Yeah, 60. I think is it 62 is the average. I know we just did
Yeah,
the piece, but I can't
it's
remember.
definitely a 10 runs per over, I think.
Yeah, first time ever in
Mm.
T20 cricket history.
Mm.
So this next ball is to Namandia, who steers this to backward point for no run.
Yep. 9 runs of the over and 1 wicket.
Yeah, again, that seems very Rabada, doesn't it? Getting hit for a boundary and getting a wicket. It's almost like he has to have a little bit of both of recent times.
I feel like he's always confused about what lengths he should bowl in T20 cricket.
Yes, agreed.
Right?
And this team should make more sense, right? Because they do want him to bowl his normal length.
Yeah, he should just stick to bowling good length, isn't it?
Dasan Shanaka has been given a 1-year ban from the PSL as well. I look forward to the message from his agent tomorrow.
that was just so funny.
If you haven't seen it, it's worth having a look at Blessing Muzarambani's agent and his, as this one is flicked off the pads, and him basically saying, how can we be in breach of contract when you haven't offered us a contract?
That is a fair logic.
I get it.
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing with any of that. I mean, for me personally, very shocked to know that people running the PSL and the PCB are incompetent. It's good to learn that, new bit of information.
Oh my God, PCB are unprofessional. Who would have thought?
Yeah, first time for everything.
Yeah.
So Siraj coming in again. It's on the pads of the cock.
I like how Siraj has been bowling this season. He's not doing the Siraj thing of wicket hunting. He's like, I'm just gonna bowl length. It's fine if I'm economical, but don't get wickets. We have KG on the other end, right? Which I like.
I don't really have a issue. I'm not sure he has wicket hunted in other years because I think he's been pretty economical for a long time.
Yeah, that's fair. No, I
wonder
think
if
people
he's under wicket hunted.
So, is it fair to say he's a stock bowler that can occasionally go on a rhythm more than a strike bowler?
In T20 cricket, I think he is.
I think even in Test cricket, Jared, if you remember before, what was it like that Lord's Test? Oh, that's 4.
For 4.
Yeah, because even in Test cricket for a while, he was just a stock bowler, wasn't he? Like I think because he occasionally goes on such bursts of wickets, people think he's a strike bowler, but I don't think he is a strike bowler. I think he's an inconsistent stock bowler.
I don't think he's a stock bowler, man. He's just not accurate enough to be a stock bowler.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think he's just not accurate enough to be a stock bowler, and I don't think he takes enough wickets to be a strike bowler.
Yeah, maybe. So
also, I think that was probably an example of him trying to bowl that magic ball.
Yeah, he got that one wrong.
Yeah,
angled all the way in. This is a good ball,
this is a good ball. Yeah, length.
And it's gone for 4.
And it's still for 4. Wow, okay.
Inside edge. It was just a beautiful ball, seen back violently. And he's picked up a boundary.
So Negative Spectrum says, sorry.
Oh, sorry, you go. You do that one.
So Negative Spectrum is saying, doesn't that just make Siraj a shit test bowler then? I don't think it makes him a good one. I still can't figure out Siraj in test cricket. Like, there'll be times you're like, oh, he's a genius. And then there'll be times you're like, he's just so underwhelming. I think there's too much of he's still got too much of the graduate syndrome, I feel like. The rookie syndrome where I feel like he should have figured his lengths out by now, but I also get why he hasn't, because he just hasn't bowled enough for how old he is.
Yeah. No, I think he's still underdeveloped. I think that's probably very fair.
So Andy says, is Kamboj actually good or some fool's gold there? He is taking he's Deshpandeing it a bit this season, isn't he, Jared?
Yeah. Just trying to remember his full figures this year. Just give me a second.
Is it like 13 or 14 wickets, I want to say?
Yeah, 13 wickets at 16, but at 9.7. Last year it was 8 wickets at 21. So there's a part of me that thinks he's a bit better. I like it when the pattern, like the wicket-taking pattern has held up for 2 years, right?
Yeah, because I like him because he's clearly a good first-class bowler. So which I don't think Deshpande is. I think Deshpande averages like 13 first-class cricket, right?
Yeah.
So
So
he's found a method.
There used to be a pattern with the younger Indian bowlers that they would come in and they would take a ton of wickets one year, but at 1 or 2 runs and over, more expensive than everyone else. And it's like, well, that's not sustainable, is it? Because one year you're not going to get wickets and you're just going to get hammered and you're going to get dropped. So you're not a frontline player. And I think we've seen that. So I'm almost more interested when a bowler comes in and doesn't take wickets and just bowls really well. Because to have a good economy, you have to bowl every ball good, right? Whereas to take wickets, you only need to bowl 25 balls that break through someone, right? In a season. So in general, I'm more interested in economy than anything else. But over 2 seasons, I'm okay with those numbers, having a look at them just raw in front of me at the moment. So I wouldn't say he's fool's gold. Neither would I say he is a guaranteed good bowler next year.
Right. No, I'm just looking at power play. That explains a lot. Right. Sorry, just looking at the true values. Yes, a true econ of 1.55 this season.
Sorry, say that again?
He had a true economy of 1.55 this season until Kamboj. Yeah.
What was last year then?
Oh, so last year was, where is this?
This one's
last year is 1.73 as well.
Okay, then I'm more than happy to say he's not fool's gold based on that.
Yep, agreed. So Tushar Deshpande in 2023 was minus 0.28. So yeah, he's been better, I think. He's done well, I'd say. Like, he's found a method.
1 year when but yeah, Deshpande, even when he took wickets, went for runs. But he was also a lot older, right?
Yeah. So 24, I think, was Deshpande had an economical season. He just he didn't take as many wickets. So that was fun.
Rabada in again. This could be out. He's mistimed the pull shot here. Rabada will come over and take the catch. And the first wicket has been taken. 25 for 1 here.
I think that was back of the length.
Yeah, just tried to pull it away. Got a little bit big on him and maybe off the stickers.
So I think Himanish was saying that I think batters this season are pulling the back of the length a lot more than they have in the past. That's one of the changes we've been seeing. So they seem to be more on the back foot and square more often than they were in the past.
Well, this is certainly a length that they've been playing a lot. Gujarat, most of their bowlers try and bowl this length. It's Rabada and Prashid Krishna's natural length. I think they've been pushing some of their other bowlers to do the same. There's another question here where Sagnik said, is it beginner's luck or is Cooper Connolly is a long-term real deal? What's your take on him? It's always worth going back to see what he did last season. What do you think Cooper Connolly averaged in the Big Bash last season?
No, I wish it wasn't he. Like, he was a better bowler. I remember Rob saying this.
Yeah, 19. Yeah.
Let's say 15. I knew it was going to be low. Yeah.
So, look, he's been fantastic and he's still in development. I still think he's a really good cricketer, but he's not the real deal now, right? He's in incredible form. And there's a big difference between, like, there are lots of players around the world that if they came into the IPL in great form, really confident in a position they'd like to be in on flat pitches, will make runs. That's not the question. The question is, can you do it all the time, consistently, all the way through? And there's a long way to go before we know that much about Cooper Connolly, to be fair. That's, but I think he's a really interesting cricketer going ahead, but maybe not particularly.
So what Jared is saying is, can you do it on a hot Saturday afternoon in Chennai?
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. But yeah.
But I wanted to ask your thoughts on this. I was speaking to Himanish yesterday again. So I was wondering whether, a bit like, so with spinners, you know how 4 to 5 meters was the attacking good length, and they've just been hit out of that, and 5 to 7 meters has become the good length now, right? I'm wondering if the same things happen to pace, where 6 to 8 meters might not be the traditional good length anymore. It might be 7 to 9, because 6 to 7 meters is being hit out of the attack a bit.
I think it's also where you still get the majority of your wickets, though, isn't it?
It's up there, I want to say.
I know every time I've ever been told that, like, the length is becoming slot by T20 cricketers, which I've been told a lot, and commentators quite often say, I go back and have a look at it, it still has the lowest average.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I don't want to say no to you, but yeah, I think I need to look at that. I know there was a few years ago that teams there was Nottingham had some success with just bowling back of the length over and over again because it's actually much easier to set a field if you're bowling back of a length than anything else, right? And so there are teams who have believed that before. And Gujarat is a perfect example of that. That they
Yeah.
literally bowl back of a length, right? It's another back of a length ball here from Rabada that hits the bat hard.
Also,
So
like even there's also an element of that in Asia, the good length isn't actually the good length because the bounce is slightly lower, isn't it?
yeah, I don't know if these wickets are particularly low in bounce, though,
No,
are
no, no,
they?
these are not. But
We
traditionally,
haven't
right?
seen many lower bounce wickets in Asia, but yeah, in Asia in general, I think lengths are very different for seam bowls than they are for anyone else.
Actually, I think I could hopefully I can share this graph which I shared with Himanish. Is this all 20 overs? So we're looking at power play. Yeah, no, we can do both.
So it is 27 for 2 here after 4 overs. Thanks again to Cricket 8 for allowing us to use their scoreboard function while we waiting for ours to be built. Just some technical issues on our end. But Siraj is going to bowl his third over. So Sky is in. He's 1 off 3. Namandir is 10 off 6. People keep saying that Shubman Gill has a beard. I think that's just failure to shave, isn't it? I'm not sure that's a beard.
That's a stubble.
Yeah. Lovely shot from Sky here. It's like a straight bat shot, but out to square leg. Unfortunately for him, he still finds the man and he just gets 1.
So the emoji.
So this is a big game, as we said already.
Yeah, sorry.
You want
This
to
is
do this
what.
one? Do you want to?
So sorry. So this is in the power play for seamers since 2023, essentially. So what I noticed was it's like the 6 to 7 meters. You were right, Jared. It's still the most attacking length, but it's also being hit a bit out
Oh,
of the attack, isn't it? So if you look at the strike rate, it's about 140, and as the game goes on, it only keeps getting higher and higher. I want to say, which is why I
so
was wondering
so
a bit like
what?
with
Sorry, this
spinners.
is just explain to me exactly what this data is.
So this is the lengths for seamers in the power play since 2023.
Okay.
And so that's obviously you have 7 to 8. It's by length bands essentially. So what I was wondering is, are we getting to a point where the 7 to 9 meters is a good length and 6 to 7 is the attacking good length that you only really bowl if the ball is doing anything? If it's not, you're better off retreating to your shell in the 7 to 9 zone.
I don't think this is all that different than what I would have seen a few years ago. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's always been back of a length has been the slightly more defensive length, right? The problem is that if you just bowl back of a length all day, A, people could set up for it, and B,
Mm-hmm.
you're not giving yourself a chance of bowls, right? When people are
Yeah.
playing those big shots. I think the more interesting thing here is 5 to 6,
Yes.
which is a length that's the gutsy length. I think
That's the extremely attacking good length. You see that in Test cricket when it's green pitches,
exactly.
basically.
So I would argue here that 6 to 7 is almost the ideal length, right? Because if you're in the 6 to 7 length, as this one hits the pads, they go for a quick singles, a throw at the bowler's end. No, there's a throw at the keeper's end. It was bowler's end where the throw should have gone. Yeah, I think looking at this, for me, I almost would say that 6 to 7 is actually where you want to be bowling the majority of your time because you're getting a wicket every 22 deliveries and your strike rate is still low. I think it's when you over pitch that you're taking a risk. And you can see that in the 5.6 and 4.5.
So that's what Deepak Chahar has actually finally been doing, I think.
Yeah.
He's missing his mark. He's trying to land it at 6 to 7. He's getting in the 4 to 6 meter range essentially, and he's getting punished.
Yeah.
Basically. Right.
But yes, this basically explains it. It also tells you why we see so many bouncers, by the way, because they still do really, really well short balls, despite the fact that people are like, why are you bowling bouncers? It's like, because they get people out. That's why they're bowling bouncers.
So what I was wondering is does it make sense where if we just, instead of the grouping to be 6 to 8 meters, we do 7 to 9 meters and have 6 to 7 meters as its own length?
Well, no, I mean, what you're really talking about here is you're just saying that T20 cricket has changed and there's more of a micro difference now than there has been before. So each
Yes.
one, we could do a whole piece on those lengths, and I could explain why each one works and each one goes for runs and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like they're all very, very different in the way that they are sorted out. We are 32 for 2 here after 5. Sky is on 4. I just have a look at that. A run
So
from 4.
Namandir is on strike, and
That was
he's
easily a run. Yeah, they threw that to the wrong end.
yeah. Siraj again, 3 overs 15 in the power play. He's doing really good job at being that extremely economical, and Rabada is getting the wickets on the other end.
Yeah, and Gujarat's gone up to like a 70% chance of winning this game now as well.
So
Praveen
Praveen,
says, yeah, no, you do it.
so I think MI uses faulty tactics. What do you think? Yes, kind of, but I didn't mind what they did with Namandir because I think they needed someone to attack pace, although he hasn't actually attacked pace today.
They're in a weird situation, right? Because Tilak and Sky are not making any runs. And if Tilak and Sky were batting at their best, this would be a completely different franchise, right? Like, how much of it is just if your best players are playing near their best, you're really good at cricket?
No, but there was also the new ball thing, wasn't it? Where Trent Bolt was bowling one in the first over and then came back for like the fifth over or something. I think the bowling side of things has been more tactically faulty than the batting orders.
Yeah, I'm not saying they use great tactics, but what I'm saying is, as this is on the pads and Sky just whips this over squarely. If Sky was playing this shot all the way through the tournament, right, we probably aren't mentioning their tactics as much. Like a lot of this is the biggest problem your team has at the moment is you're not playing very good at the cricket. You should always try and play better cricket. I don't understand why teams just don't get in form all the time.
Hold up, wait. I need to try to decipher this. Okay.
Burger King.
As I said, because.
BKS.
BKS. And what the hell is NLY? So decent form or good structure. So because of only decent form or good structure made with small good players and explosive partnerships, lower ceiling player but good team together and synergy, make super chats freeload. If you had used some words to actually write what you meant to say instead of saying make super chats free, you could have actually probably written a much more clear message.
We can't make super chats free, as we said before. The problem with making them free is that we get so many on a show, and they all go in different directions. Also, you guys talk to each other, so we get pulled into things when it's two people talking to each other and we think you're talking to us. It just, unfortunately, at a certain level, it just doesn't work, right? There's over 500 people watching this live at the moment. A lot of people are doing multiple super chats. Some of these lives we've had 2, 4, 5,000 people on them. It just doesn't work. We would love for it to work. Also, we're a business, the reason that Varun's in a really nice button-up shirt is because of your super chats.
I'm not wearing a button-up shirt though.
Oh, it looks like you've got buttons because of where the shirt is on the microphone.
Oh, this is the mic buttons. That's fair. So Code Noob says, what do you think of GT playing Shahrukh? He still hasn't done anything in all these years of IPL. I thought he was fine last year.
Wasn't he like 2160 or something?
I think it was 170 last season.
But was it averaging around 20? Does that sound right?
Yeah, something like that. I thought he was for more than fine last season for them.
Oh, he's bowled him.
Oh, he's bowled him. Yeah, KG Rabada again.
Wow, this changes their team a huge amount. Gujarat, if he can bowl like this all year.
Yep. So Shah Rukh Khan, true average of 6 and true strike rate 22 last season. I have no issues with what he did. The top, that's his role, isn't it? You're right. Yeah. Like come in and
need it raw. He averaged 30 with a strike rate 179. The year before, he averaged 18 169. The year before, he averaged 22 165. Those 3 years are fine for that position. I mean, that's kind of what they want him to do. And it's not that easy to find Indian players with those kinds of strike rates. Anyway, Sky's gone. And what were they? They are
44 for 3.
A 77% chance of winning this Gujarat.
Oof.
The veterans haven't worked. The newbies haven't worked. The overseas replacement hasn't worked. Nothing going Mumbai's way this season.
So Abhyuday Chakravarti is saying among Dubey, Shivang, Pat, Shak, Sakib, Malinga, Madhushanka, Praful, what's the ideal bowling combination for SRH considering Dubey and Shivang offer batting? What I'll add on one more name. What happens when Pat Cummins comes back into this mix?
He said Pat.
Did you say Pat? Oh, sorry, Mr. Pat. Yeah.
You just
Yeah,
play Sakib Hassan 5 times and you win every game.
that's true.
Yeah. Cummins comes in for Malinga,
Mhm.
and then you've got you use Hingay unless you think that you need Madhushanka up for the new ball.
Mhm.
Is that fair?
Yeah, I think they need new ball bowling down there.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So
Yeah.
no, but Hingay will be the new ball bowler for now.
Mhm. Right.
But and then if they think he's not good enough, they can pair Sakib and Madhushanka if they want to go in that direction. If they want a specific new ball bowler.
I think the only issue I'd have with that is Ishan Malinga's death bowling record is incredible.
As this is on the pads and turn around to fine leg. Yeah, but if you're bringing Pat Cummins in, you're expecting better bowling at the back end of the power play than Malinga can do. And
Yeah,
better
but
batting.
he's going at less than 8 and over at the death, Jared.
I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying I could see what the problem is. Malinga and Cummins want to bowl the same overs. You can't have them both in the side. Right?
Agreed.
And so if you're only going to have one of them in the side, it probably makes more sense to go with the guy that you made your captain and paid an awful amount of money on.
Can they do the unthinkable? Drop Travis Head, move Ishan to open the batting, and get both Madhushanka and Malinga and Pat Cummins in
Why not?
with Klaasen as the fourth overseas.
I don't think Madhushanka will play. I think they'll go with Hingay, won't they, for a while?
They'll probably go with Hingay for a while.
Because then you could play Cummins as the second new ball bowler and use Sakib as the new ball bowler as well, if you wanted to, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
So they've got some flexibility finally.
And Dubey can bowl the new ball as well if you need him. I quite like Harsh Dubey's bowling so far. I think he's been
I thought he bowled okay. He got dropped for
Yeah.
They've dropped him and Harshal Patel at random times this season. Where I was like, no other team wants to drop anyone. And Sunrise is like, we're dropping everyone. This one hits Namandia on the hip.
Oh, Ashoka's coming.
Ashok. Yeah, that was quite fast. That was just over 90 miles an hour. That
147.
Yeah. 92.
Oh, sorry. We have Vidwana Census, a more readable question. Is Punjab only a team in decent form or with good structure? Also, I think Punjab is made of small, good players as opposed to big, explosive parts. They have a lower ceiling individually, but good as a team. No, I disagree. They have a very high ceiling. They have a very low floor.
Yeah, I think I probably more agree with you there.
Yeah.
I think they've got lots of ways they can win, though, which I really like. As when it comes to teams, it's a good ball from Ashok again. Just
they're definitely limited because I don't think that openers like spin.
I would say RCB's in similar form with a good structure.
I think RCB is much higher floor. I think they were also more rounded than Punjab, but here's the thing though, it's about who's in the best form at the right time of the tournament, right?
No, of course. I mean, there's still some problems with RCB as well, but both of those teams have small flaws, I would say, but nothing massive.
Agreed.
Andy says, with teams relentlessly spamming Yorkers at different phrases, how imperative is the scoop, especially for finishers? I don't think we've seen a huge amount. I think we've seen more slow balls this year than Yorkers. And I tell you what, that's the reason people are not scooping as much. It is very hard to scoop a slow ball because you have to time it perfectly because you can hit it off the middle of the bat.
See Misbah 2007?
Yeah. It still goes to the fielder, right? 3 dot balls, 4 dot balls in this over from Ashok. Yeah, you get into a position where you keep where you have to really, really hit the slow ball when it's when you're scooping it. It's very, very hard. And it's one of the reasons I think we've seen more slow balls as well, Varun, is because teams were sick and tired of bowling the Yorker and just getting whacked away.
Can't disagree there. I think there seems to be... Even Bumrah's just spamming slow balls these days, isn't he?
Yeah, what did you say? Who's over 50%? I know...
I think Bumrah's over 40%.
Oh, what a shot this is.
Oh.
Namandia just pushes this to backward point for 4. There's a fielder out there. It does not matter.
So Manak, so Priyanchari, I believe, averages 15 versus spin in the IPL. Like it's crazy. He's such an inside merchant versus spin. It's like I think this season it's 15 to 55 or something versus spin.
Wow.
He gets out to it, but we put so much pressure back on you that teams are just afraid to bowl spin at him.
Oh my God, this is incredible timing. Namadia has hit 2 4s on the offside, one in front of backward point and one behind backward point from
Are you back on
basically
stream
the
one
same
again?
shot. Oh yeah, sorry, stream run. I meant to tell
Yeah,
you that.
okay. That's right.
Absolutely genius level timing on these last 2 deliveries. I would say I'm going to go as far as to say Travis Head test match level timing, where you look at it and you go, well, they should stop that. Oh, they can't stop that. Anyway, a little bit of life back in Mumbai just for a moment. Anyway, after some tricky times.
Yeah. Yeah, quite like Deer versus Pace. I think he's quite rounded versus Pace. I don't think he's played enough versus spin for us to know if he's actually good versus spin or not.
But and what about Prab Simran?
So Prab, I don't think likes it. I remember he's pretty shit versus spin. I don't know about this season though. He seems much more rounded this season than he was last season.
Rabada is sorry. It was Rabada who misfielded that, but that's not what I meant to say. I meant to say Rashid is coming on.
Bloody hell.
If you want a good lesson in how my dyslexia works in real time, you just saw it there. Something starts with RA. I have no idea. Got a slippy place for Rashid Khan, and this one's just pushed back
Yeah, I
down.
quite like. I'd spam a bit of spin, especially since Tilak's batting there. So Prab Simran last season averaged 22 at a strike rate of 167 versus spin. This year it's 27 at 138 versus spin.
Jeez, it's worth it though. We're just seeing the Rabada ball to Sky. Just beautiful. Just seeing back enough to take the top of middle and off stump. Exploded the stumps.
So Jared, would you drop Sky from T20 Ice?
Would I drop Sky?
Yeah.
No, he's just not in form.
I would have dropped him. I don't think he's made it or any runs.
I don't think you drop fantastic player. You don't drop captains and great players on form.
I don't even think it's form. I don't think he's.
You drop them when you think something's actually wrong. If you think he's never going to make runs again, then you drop him. But if you drop a player every time he's in bad form, Varun, how often would you have to change captains in T20 cricket?
I agree. I'm not saying you drop him because he's in bad form. I just don't. I think his spin game has deteriorated, and he has so many flaws now.
And I think that's a very, very different conversation that you can have. I think, but you and I both know they're not looking at those stats.
No, definitely not.
We know specifically they're not, as this is a very good ball from Rashid Khan.
Rashid looks a lot better this season.
I know. I don't remember him even bowling quite this good in the World Cup. I thought he was good in the World Cup. He seems to have gone up a level.
So the Sky ball, if I'm looking at this correctly, seamed in 1 degree at a 6-meter length at a speed of 150.
Yeah, good luck playing that.
Yeah, no chance. We can talk about his flaws, but like that's as close to unplayable as it gets.
Yeah. Yeah, no one's hitting that. But if you're in bad form, you don't cash in on the days when you are in, right? When you don't get that ball. So really good over from Rashid here. It's going to go for 4 singles. So 3 ones to start the over, 2 dots and a single. So they're 58 for 3, and they are currently, Gujarat are currently about a 73% chance in this game. Oh, I did have the expected score up here somewhere before. Just because people say stupid things, and I just want to get this off. I don't give a shit about Sky over any other player, right? What I'm talking about when I say things like that is you have to be really, really sure that a player is done before you do that, because Abhishek Sharma looked like the best player in the world a week before the World Cup, and during the World Cup, people were saying, should he be dropped, right? Now, we all know you cannot run a cricket team like that, guys, because no player will ever feel backed to go out and play cricket. If you get rid of Sky, right, and he goes on a run of being the best player in the world again for 2 years, and he may never do that again, right? He's a late developer. It was a small window. He might be like the T20 version of Michael Vaughan, right? More than fine. But if you keep changing every time someone is out of form in limited overs cricket, you end up with a team where no one is trusting that they're going to be in the game for the next match. So they don't play like Sky and Abhishek. Nothing about being an apologist. I haven't done a bunch of videos on Sky. He's not one of my favorite players. Like, it's nonsense. You guys talk about this sort of stuff because you haven't dealt with professional cricket. You don't actually know what it is like to be in there. It is really, really hard in those situations. If people made as many changes as you guys did on social media comments, right? Do you know what team you would be? Pakistan. If you want your team to be like Pakistan, anytime you think a player's done, get rid of them forever. Look at how that has fucking turned out. It's a terrible way of doing things. Please see Sanju, Samson.
Yeah. So we have a few super chats. So Naveen is saying, is CSK hampered by very outdated style of management? Yes, be it injury management or matchups or entry points, they seem clueless. I'm not sure about injury management, but they're definitely clueless about entry points and matchups and all of it.
Yeah, look, they've been called out a little bit by the fact that T20 cricket has evolved and their pitch is no longer doing what their pitch used to do. They had two big advantages in that they were ahead of the game for a while and they're no longer ahead of the game. And then second on there, you have the other situation where the game has changed and they've probably been a little bit slower to adapt to other people. Also, they don't have a very good squad. I don't think they would have had a very good squad if they were playing in another era either, right? Like, you know, these things also, if you don't get a good cycle.
Wellfield did that, Mikhail.
Yeah. Again, they had a lot of older players that they were relying on who haven't quite stood up. Who did they get rid of from last year?
Who, Chennai?
Yeah.
They got rid of Huda, Tripathi, Vijay Shankar. Conway, I want to say. Conway? Yeah.
Older guys who just, unfortunately, didn't come off. They went with veterans. How many times have they gone with those kinds of veterans before who've been stars?
Oh, that's a good shot again.
Beautiful shot. Naman's time. I love this innings from him. He's 26 off 22. There's obviously a little bit in this deck. We've seen the seam movement on some of these deliveries. And this is a great bowling lineup for seam movement as well. That's why this is our home ground. But every now and again, Namandir's like, what if I just time the ball like God?
He's so aesthetically pleasing. I feel like one of the reasons I like him might just be the aesthetics stacks again.
This is the only question I'm going to answer for the rest of the day. If you guys want 45 minutes on this, there is a bowler in the IPL who bowls like Chris Harris. His name is Virat Kohli, and for some reason, they never let him bowl. And that's because there's a conspiracy against his greatness. I've long said Virat Kohli may be a better bowler than he is a batter. Would Chris Harris do well? Look, Chris Harris couldn't just do what he did in the 90s, which was basically these little leg cutters which curved in the air and then sort of skidded straight on. He could bowl that ball, but he would need a knuckleball. He would need he'd probably bowl wrong-uns now, wouldn't he? Varun, he'd need at least two other key deliveries to go with that one delivery. But if you look at what Chris Harris does, at his very best, it is not all that different to what Varun Chakravarti does. But Varun Chakravarti is just like 4 evolutions on from Chris Harris. But it's very... we've got a timeout here. So it's 68-3 at the end of 9 overs. Essentially what those guys are doing is they are bowling in an area where it's very hard to hit them for boundaries, where the easiest thing is to hit them for singles, while keeping bowled in LBW in play. Right? The difference between Varun Chakravarti and Chris Harris is the fact that he is constantly evolving the delivery. Whereas Chris Harris bowled the same delivery I can't remember Chris Harris ever not bowling a leg cutter. That's just what he did. He did every time. Just every single ball. Now, in his era, that was perfect, right? You have a good delivery. No one's going to come down there and whack you. No one's going to reverse sweep you. No one's going to lap you. No one's going to use your extra pace against you, because he would have been probably about Rashid Khan's pace, maybe a little bit quicker than Rashid Khan, right? He could get away with that. Now, He would need all the other tools. So could Chris Harris, as he bowled in the 90s, work now? No, of course not. But could someone with Chris Harris' brain and like Chris Harris is such a smart cricketer, could he find a way now? Yeah, I think that's fair. But no, he couldn't.
Oh, so like that reminds me. Like I feel like this season we've seen the return of the shit medium pacers again.
Yeah, probably because we've seen the slow.
Yeah, we have what Dubey, right? We've had Shashank bowl, we've had Ramandeep bowl. I think we've had Ramandeep bowl at death over.
What has Dubey got met this year? I know he did.
Yeah, he bowled 2 overs versus RCB. He bowled 7. He got 1 wicket for 7 runs in his first over. Then he got met in the second one, and hasn't bowled since.
I'm with you. I do think there's been a bit of maybe we just take the pace off with slower balls, right? Because the thing is that a lot of these faster bowlers are they're not really getting the purchase on their slower balls at times, right? Especially. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm with you, but Shashank's bowled 1.5 good spells, I want to say.
Yeah, he got Travis Sheikh out in the same over, right?
Yeah, and then I reckon he got a wicket in the other game, went 1 for 20 and 2, so not great. Who was the other guy you said?
Ramandeep.
Yeah. He bowled a weird over in one game and a good over in another game?
He bowled 2 in the last game, 1 death over.
Yeah. Maybe that's the one I was thinking of. Rashid bowling again.
Yeah.
All of these guys are very different than Chris Harris, though. Chris Harris is a 1 of 1. I'm not sure. Chris Harris is probably more like Adam Holyoke or Rajat Bhatia type of bowler, which, again, we don't see very much anymore. Would Chris Harris be Benny Howe? Those are the questions we really want to know. Raj Mester says, bonus points for faster chasers could prevent easy targets from dragging on since net run rate usually matters only near the end of the league stage. Very important that, this is a really good comment. People don't take net run rate very seriously. Is this one keeps low for Rashid? It was missing leg stump, but it just rolled. He's right. Teams don't take net run rate seriously. I don't think net run rate should exist, though. I don't see why chasing the classic case against net run rate is the New Zealand Australia game, where New Zealand get a huge net run rate boost for winning a game by 1 wicket. I just don't net run rate was fine in the 80s when they had to come up with something new. Did you know we used to use just run rate?
Yes, I remember this.
Which of course makes no sense because you could be on 2 flat pitches and your opposition's on 2 dodgy pitches.
I mean, Jared, we obviously know the IPL isn't the smartest when it comes to this thing. It's the simplest one is instead of using net run rate, you just use net average, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know if net average works either, does it? Because you still
because then you do take wickets into account. But I guess you don't take I guess you don't take run rate into account. Yeah, fair. I see your point.
But there are better versions. I think I've written about this before. I can't remember what I wrote. But there are better versions out there that we could use that allow us to do that. But net run rate doesn't really work. But yeah, I think, though, the bonus points thing also, they have that in the Big Bash, and teams didn't really take to that either.
Well, it's very hard. The 10 over thing, right?
Yeah, was it the 10 over thing? Yeah. It's actually really hard for a cricket team to play like a game within a game. If you do it for like 10 years, young players will just do it naturally, right? Because they'll be used to it. Rashid Khan's literally not bouncing these balls at all, by the way. Yeah, I think there is a... I think it's hard. So whatever rule you need to sort of go into would have to be around for 10 years. But in net run rate's case, we've had it for like 35 years and people are still not buying into it. So it doesn't matter. But you see this in other sports that have tiebreakers as well. Teams are trying to win games. They're not trying to win tiebreakers all the time. Like smart teams do, but it's not as common as maybe you would like it. So the score is 75-3. So Namandir has played some of the nicest shots we've seen, is 31 off 26, and Tilak Varma is 9 off 9.
Yep.
Very good bowling so far.
So Praveen says again, if bowlers bowl 140 kilometers per hour fast bowl and slow change up with good line and length along with some bounce. So batters are very uncomfortable this IPL.
It's a pretty good bowler though. So
Yeah.
those are so when you say that, you've got to be fast enough to bowl consistently over 140. That's a skill in itself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming you mean accurately, right? So that's another skill. A slow change up. So anyone can bowl a slower ball, but can you bowl a good slower ball? That's a skill. And then bowl a bouncer. Like you're talking about someone with like 5 different skills.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're this is kind of like saying if you're a really good bowler, batters are struggling with you this tournament, right? I just think that's a very highly that's a very hard thing to be.
Forget Super Set, Jared. Washington Sundar is bowling.
Yeah, in the 11th over as well. When was the last
Yeah.
time he bowled? Is he a medium pacer now?
He's either a new Rahul Tewatia now.
What's Namandir's record against off spin like?
I don't think he's barely faced any spin in the previous seasons, though.
I wonder if it's a matchup thing and someone's yelled out from off the field. We can get away with this. It might not get away with this, as it is. It's a weird slog sweep because he wanted to slog sweep it and then he kind of accidentally hit it over long on for 6. And I'm not sure that's exactly his plan. And yet it went 30 rows back.
Yeah. I feel like am I desperately missing a spin basher?
Maybe this is their man. That's a weird shot. It's not that far away from the no-look shot. I don't know how he's ended up hitting this over so straight.
But have you figured out what kind of a T20 batter Tilak Verma is, by the way? I can't figure it out.
No, I haven't. Oh, this is short and bad from Washington, and it's hit straight down the
4
ground. Mishit a little bit, but for 4.
Because I would say he's a finishing anchor.
Sorry, can I ask you a quick question before we get there? This is a home game for Gujarat, right?
Yeah.
Why are they putting up pro Mumbai stuff on the scoreboard?
What's the pro Mumbai stuff?
It just said it was a Namandir pun that didn't quite make sense.
Yeah, don't all teams do that?
So do they on the scoreboard?
Do that? Yeah, I thought they did.
Okay. Naman for the occasion, it said.
Yeah, so sorry. With Tilak, you would think he's a finishing anchor, but I've also seen him be like 40 of 12. So I'm like, I can't make sense of him.
This one is knocked down the long on for a single. I just wonder if he's not an opener.
He's definitely. Do you think he's an opener? I think he's.
No, I'm not saying he is. I just.
Yeah.
Is he not?
I was suggesting that. I think he has to be top or tail. Like, I don't think he can bat in the middle overs.
I
quite like him as a finisher. Yeah. I also like him as a crisis batter, which he has shown he can do.
This is a good chance this season. Now they've got these younger kids coming in, and they seem to be giving up the season, especially if they lose this one. Are they in a situation where they can maybe try him opening with, I don't know, I was going to say De Kock, but that means it's all off spin, doesn't it? But, try him opening perhaps, or try him batting at 6 after the 12th to 14th over.
Yeah. I agree. I don't think he should. He's definitely not a number 4 in my opinion, or number 3. Right? Like, I think we've seen that enough from him. This is done. So Andy's saying, how would you balance not upsetting the best T20 team ever assembled with integrating guys like Patidar and Iyer, who might be better than the incumbents? That's a fantastic question.
It is, but also you've got to remember that you're about to go to Australia, as me and Varun have talked about before. So do you really want to bring in 2 guys who are, I know Iyer's really good against pace now, but maybe Australia is a different kind of pace that we're going to have to see how he handles it. Maybe you want Sky in Australia against pace. I mean, that World Cup's a while away though, isn't it?
Yeah, we're like 2 years away from it.
Yeah, so, I mean, Sky, and that's the other thing with Sky is you could if you want to drop him, this is the time to drop him, right? As far as World Cup cycles go, if that's the way you're thinking about it. But yeah, I don't think you just want to bring Patidar and Iyer in. As much as possible, you probably want to get them out in Australia and see how they go when Australia starts bowling short at them.
Agreed. Also, what was it? I think I was saying this on the live before, that I think other than Hardik Pandya, you could argue everyone else in that top 7 could be replaced by someone else.
Yeah, exactly. And that goes back to my
Yeah.
point of what everyone was saying before of that you do need, I saw this with Australia as well. Australia had a very similar run. And you do get to a point where all the fans are like, but this guy outside the team is better than this guy inside the team. Then the guy from
Mhm.
outside the team gets in the team and he loses his form. And the guy outside the team, and then everyone's like, oh, they should never have dropped whatever. And it's like you get in this really bad little cycle and you end up being one of the best teams in the world, but also Greg Blewett plays a bunch of games for you.
So Andy's saying he meant the man management aspects of it. I think we would say honest communication, but I don't trust Gautam Gambhir to do that. From whatever we've seen.
Vidball says, everyone, including the bookies, were high on Mumbai. We were wrong. Yeah, really wrong. I mean, some of that is Mumbai tax, but to be fair, I went through their team. I mean, if Tilak and Sky were playing better, I still think this is a good side. What we weren't aware of was that Bolt wasn't going to be a factor this year and Boomer wasn't going to take a wicket. And on top of that, Tilak and Sky weren't going to make any runs or have any impact. That's 4 superstar players who have been shithouse, right? Like Boomer's been fine for economy, but no wickets is just crazy. There's no way if you bowl back all the deliveries he's bowled this year, he would have no wickets again.
I think I calculated it. I had him as 5.
Yeah, which is a perfectly reasonable thing. Them not feeling comfortable to play Bolt is an issue. Chahar, all these different little things that have gone wrong.
Also, I don't think Hardik's been that great so far either. So
and Hardik missed the game. Rohit's missed games as well. Just little things. Rampage says, how is Mumbai still 1-3 to win this? This is what we call the Mumbai tax, mate, where basically the market just keeps backing Mumbai even when they're losing. Very, very common thing.
So Vice Serial is asking us how much of CSK's problems are because Fleming at heart doesn't like the new way of T20, so is still reluctant. Also, is Dubey doing enough for CSK? So now he is someone that isn't in great form.
No. I just think they had a template that worked for them, and they came into the mega auction thinking it would work for them again, and it hasn't. When was the last time they won a championship?
23.
Yeah, it's not that long ago, is it? Do you know what I mean? And so there is an element there of they're like, well, we know what we do. Well, let's go back with veterans and let's make sure that we control the game as we always have. And it hasn't quite worked. I remember years ago. So the San Antonio Spurs didn't win a championship after Greg Popovich. After the 3-point era really took off in basketball, right? And I remember analysts saying things like, look, Spurs aren't as good anymore. But their team actually kind of crumbled anyway. And Greg Popovich was really clear that he thought 3-pointers was ruining, the way that 3-pointers were being shot was ruining basketball. But at the same time, there are actually plenty of data points that said that they were shooting threes. So I just think their team got shit, right? I think they thought they were coming into this mega auction with senior players who would do the jobs, who would be in the right roles. Did they have Moeen Ali in this last mega auction, or had they finally cleared themselves of him?
No, Moeen was with KKR last year.
Yeah. I just think they were maybe holding on to senior players who were maybe just slightly past their best. And if you do that at the start of a mega auction, what's plan B, Farron?
Yeah.
Plan B is losing, right?
Yeah.
Look at KKR. How can KKR even pivot to youth? Who have they got? They've got like one young guy they can try on the whole fucking roster, don't they?
Yeah.
Their best choice is to tell a bunch of the old guys they're injured and sign up injury replacements of all the youngest players in India and just see how it goes.
Yeah, just get all the under 19 people and just to start the pipeline.
Yeah. I mean, that's your best bet. I would probably do that. I would probably say to Tripathi and Manish Pandey and those guys and be like, look, it's been great, but that is actually a bit of an issue at the moment, isn't it? You can kind of cheat the auction if you're smart, the way that Chennai weirdly did last year.
By the way, Jared, did you know the top 3 this year have a higher strike rate than number 7 and number 6s?
No, but it makes sense with the top 10 overs going the way they are.
Also, I don't know what Shivam Dubey doesn't make sense to me because he wasn't hitting spin for a while. He was only hitting pace, and then he suddenly started hitting spin again. and
And
he's
another
out.
wicket for Prashid Krishna this season. Again, back of a length.
Yeah.
Namandia, he got himself up to 45 off 31. He got the back of a length ball, tried the pull shot, and found Rabada out deep on the boundary.
So, yep. So Prabhanshu's asked us, is Rohit out of this season? He batted well. I don't think he's out of the season. He's injured, isn't he?
Yeah, I haven't heard anything he's out of the season. I think he batted okay, but it's funny, looking back, him and Rickleton were both striking in the 160s in a league where that's below par, isn't it now?
Hmm.
What did we say it was? I can work this out mathematically. 1.6. Yeah, that's actually under the power play average.
So that would be what, 167, 170-ish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got two of them doing it. Again, I don't think they were terrible. I know there was a Cricinfo article saying it was one of their biggest issues. I don't think their biggest issues were two openers scoring at 160. I think it was the fact that their number 3 and their 4 then made no runs after them.
Also, they're a bowling team, aren't they, at heart? I know it seems like they're a batting side,
Well,
but
they
they're
used to
bowling
be a
team. Who's not
bowling
taking
team.
in. They're
When they
not
had
taking any
bowlers,
wickets. So that's the question done. So Hardik has come in. Would you have sent Hardik now? I would have maybe thought about Rutherford.
What over are we in the? Yeah.
13.
Okay. Here's another thing that we probably didn't think about coming into the season. But the Hardik and Rutherford need to come in at the same time.
I don't think Hardik likes good length pace. I don't know
that's
about
fine.
Rutherford.
But you know what I mean? Like, do they both need to come in around the 11th, 12th, 13th over to be at their best?
Oh my god, has Hardik become a finishing anchor as well? I can't deal with all these finishing anchors, Jared.
But you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Like, there is an issue there. The way he plays at the moment, does he not maybe need that? And if that's the case, does that cause issues? Because Shafane Rutherford is going to come in and like he needs that. So Shafane Rutherford, for those of you who haven't seen much of him, he's one of those guys that once he gets on a roll, he almost can't not hit the ball for 6. But he's not a fast starter. Do you have his numbers for when he starts?
In the IPL, T20 Ice?
Yeah, just major T20, so we can get a bit of an idea on him as a player. He's maybe not like Stubbs and Miller, who really start slow, but he's certainly not that quick. By the way, that last game for Miller, like someone came on at the end when we were commenting to go, I heard all of you analysts say that Miller's a slow starter, and look at what he's just done. And we're like, he was just 6 off 7, dude.
Yeah. If anything, like I was right.
You were 100% right. So weird. Praveen, yeah, sorry, go.
Oh, well, this is horrible. Yeah, so last year in the IPL, he averaged 14 at a strike rate of 156 at his first 10 balls, I think. No, wait, that's it. No, wait, that's not as high I thought. I think I forgot to filter it. Wait. One second, I can just check these again.
So it is 98 for 4. Hardik Pandya's just come in, he's 1 off 2. And Tilak Varma is 17 off 19, which seems slow, but everyone has been slow today.
Yeah.
Namandia had the best strike rate of 140, and I thought he was batting pretty well.
This might not be a mega road, but then again, the GT batting is perfectly set up to chase anything under 200.
Yeah. There's certainly been some seam movement on it. And it kept low for Rashid Khan. It's not been an easy pitch to bat on. Gives himself some room to Tilak and hits it straight to backward point for no run. Praveen says, what do you think of Yash Punja?
Panja.
But was it Punja? I thought it was Yash Raj.
Yash Raj Panja.
Oh, was it? Sorry. I knew I'd seen it. From Rajasthan. His ball dip and drift is crazy. I like what he was doing with the bowling. I don't trust wrist spinners that don't have good biomechanics because it's very hard to control your length over a longer period of time. Having said that, I've never seen the biomechanics of a 6'6" leg spinner before, so maybe he needs different kinds of biomechanics than a 5'10" leg spinner might. But the reason why biomechanics are so important for leg spin is because it's such a hard art to land the ball where you want it. You almost need your biomechanics to be perfect so that you can regularly land the ball in the position that you want to when it comes to length. That's why wrist spinners usually struggle, because they're putting so much overspin on the ball that they have to be much more repeatable. So if you look at Shane Warne's biomechanics or Anil Kumble's biomechanics, it's like they're going to land the ball exactly when they want to land it over and over again. That's what I didn't see from Yash yesterday. How he bowled, though, I was really excited. I thought there was a lot of good things in the way that he bowled.
But I've heard Kumble isn't the traditional leggy, though, right?
No, but he's still... Kumble still put a lot of overspin on the ball, though.
Yeah, fair.
Kumble didn't put a lot of side spin on the ball, and he didn't have the same sort of revolutions as other bowlers. But if you look at most great leg spinners, pretty much everyone from Clary Grimmett onwards, they're really quite biomechanically sound. They get their front arm up nice and high because it's your front arm that really controls your body movement, right? And as a finger spinner, you can have a really weak front arm as a finger spinner. That's not the case with a leg spinner generally.
Tilak's 19 or 22.
Yes, he is.
Oh, sorry, I had Rutherford's stats for you.
Yeah, please.
So since 20, this is his whole career in the IPL and T20Is. He strikes at 128 in his first 10 balls, true strike rate of minus 14. Sorry.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense to what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't think you want him to come in too much after the 13th over.
I'm just going to check recent form as well, in case it might be a young thing.
He just takes a little while to get going.
Yeah, 132 as well, since 24. So yeah,
I wouldn't say time. He's probably, I hate to tell you this, Varun, but he is probably another finishing anchor.
Yeah. So some comments are asking us, will we retire Tilak right now? His best utility is hitting pace. You can't retire him out before he has that chance at the death, right?
Also, really hard to retire when you've already lost 4 wickets. That means you've lost 5 wickets. You're not going to retire someone in the 14th over when you've probably lost this many wickets. Yeah, if he doesn't hit when the seamers are back on now, if he continues to not hit them, they might have to look at it. But yeah, I mean, Hardik's on 1 off 3, 3 or 4. Sorry, he got a 2, didn't he? Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong screen. 3 or 5 as well. I mean, it's not been easy to get going on this wicket. Namandir was behind the count for ages, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Until he hit those 2 4s in a row, I want to say. So now everyone has been behind the count on this innings at the moment. Shreya says, most of the Indian guys from the World Cup squad are not in form. It could just be a high of winning and getting burnt out. That's lack of motivation. Could just be one of those things as well. Like, I mean, Varun Chakravarti's back in form, and he wasn't in form during the World Cup. So I would never overly look into those sorts of things too much. I understand
lots of seam movement in the servers. The occasional balls have seemed more than 0.8 degrees, 0.9 degrees. Sorry, that was a different one. Sorry, yeah. 2 balls, one seamed in 0.9 and one seamed away 0.8. So yeah.
No, it's not an easy wicket. As I said, I don't know if you can look at the consistency of the bounce on Rashid Khan as well, but looked like to me the balls were keeping low on some of his deliveries. Andy says, CSK can't beat this cycle, but they can keep Sanju, Matre, Dubé, Dravis, Noor, Erbil, Kambodge. Feels like a great starting point. Yeah, we talked about that last year, Andy. They have the ability to create a new Delhi kind of template, like Delhi did, where you have a bunch of young players and you commit to that. But you've got to commit to that, right? It's kind of why I've said that someone like Gaikwad is a good trade asset for them, because they could trade him perhaps for a couple of other younger unknown players and keep building on this.
Yeah, but the other thing is, which team needs Rituraj at the moment?
We're not doing this again. We've already done it. We did it.
Yeah.
Good. Is Gujarat is Gaikwad? Is he 44 years old?
Rituraj?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, but then he's way too young to go to KKR. Smileton says, have DC overperformed considering their batting? I think they've underperformed this season, actually. Would be...
No, because their bowling's really good, isn't it?
Yeah. But I think they've underperformed as a team. I actually think they're better than this. I can tell you, the last power rankings, Cheyenne had them lower and I moved them up. And I actually think I could have had them higher still. I really like them as a team. I just don't think it's quite worked at the moment.
I think the batting is scrapped to win them some games. The batting definitely hasn't clicked
Yeah,
for
that's
them,
probably
right?
how I look at it as well.
Yeah.
Siraj coming back on. Good time for him to bowl if this ball's seaming around, by the way. Varun.
Yeah. Agreed.
Very good time for him to come on and bowl. 103 for 4. As we said, Tilak is stuck on 19 off 22, but Hardik is also now stuck early on in his innings, and he's on 3 off 5.
Mm-hmm.
Tough surface for anyone at the moment. Where are we here? So let's see if Tilak can find some boundaries. Namandi did eventually work out how to time the balls on this wicket. So projected score. Wait, I did have projected score here. 167 is what the market says. And Tilak has struck this over long off for 6. I think long
Finally
off was up in the circle there. Prashid maybe got his slow ball a little bit fuller than he wanted.
Am I misremembering, or was Siraj not meant to bowl this?
He had the ball, and then suddenly he didn't have the ball. Yeah, he just overpitched that in the slot. Again, that's a good shot, but from a bad ball. When they bowl good balls on this wicket, there's not much you can do with them at the moment. And if Long Off had been back, he would have caught that. Not saying, I'm just saying he didn't make incredible contact on it. He's gone ahead of the
finally above runnable, you know.
He scooped this one beautifully.
This is a good hit. This is a really good hit.
Yeah. Did that bounce before?
Yeah, that's a 4.
Yeah. So 2 slower balls in a row from Prashid Krishna, and both of them have been whacked. I wonder if he just goes back to on-pace deliveries into the surface here. But really good shot. Angled across, slow ball, and he got outside the line and flipped that over his right shoulder.
Also, with retired outs, I always believe that if a batter has been shit, it's on him to undo some of the shitness and get to par. Because otherwise, the new guy coming in not only has to make a good score himself, he has to undo the shitness the batter that was retired out did, right?
Outside off stump, slashed away for another boundary. Does that carry?
I think that's a 4. I think that's a 4 again.
Close.
I hate this stream and the cutting away of the cameras.
I don't understand why they do it. I don't understand what they think they're showing us. It was a 4. What I was interested on that one was what the pace was on that ball.
Looks like a cutter.
I don't understand why he's bowling length outside of stump to him, though.
What's Hardik telling him?
I'm not sure. What have we got speed on that ball? I'm going to have to watch. But sometimes when they sync up and the old ball and the new ball's the same, you can watch the old ball for a second.
Yeah, he's 33 of 25. He dances down the wicket. He bowls a fuller ball, and then he's just picking up a 2, or is it a single?
So that 4 was 90 miles an hour.
Oh, wow.
Someone's asked if there's a way of checking the speed on Cricinfo. I think sometimes they put them on Cricinfo, but so the first ball, the over they had on it, but the third ball they don't have on it. So it just depends with Cricinfo. Quite often it just depends on the person. They used to do it automatically. Cricinfo used to have a contract with Hawkeye for years, but they seem to have let it lapse and never really gone back to it. You used to be able to get Hawkeye data, so you could go back to old games, Varun, as this is short and balloons for a wide. And you could go back and you could watch a spell of bowling just looking at the Hawkeye data.
Oof.
Or you could watch all the different Hawkeye balls bowled to one player.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, it was really, really good. The most short ball wickets in this IPL goes to Prashid Krishna. I don't think anyone's massively surprised on that. A lot of that is just also his normal length. So he does bowl, being the kind of bowler he is, he does bowl a little bit too short. Like a little bit shorter than other people, I should say. 2 balls to come in this over. Full toss.
That's a no ball, I want to say.
You know what my rule is with these? They're always not no balls.
Yeah, because this thing is dipping, isn't it?
It's because the waist is way higher than we think it is. They're going to review it and have a look at it, so we'll get a bit of a
Of course he
moment
does.
of that.
Yeah. So Abhi's asking us, is Hardik natural number 4 in T20s like his Gujarat Titans days? I understand entry points. I mean, does he bat lower than he should? So his best utility is hitting spin. He needs to do that.
Yeah. It's whether he's going to come in at 4 and hit spin, whereas my memory was he
That's my
didn't do
issue.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, he was anchoring.
You could make a case that he should be batting ahead of Tilak, though, in this lineup.
Could we not argue that for Rutherford as well?
I think Rutherford can kind of hit everything at the end, though, doesn't he?
He can, but I think with Tilak, he can come in and start hitting. I don't think Rutherford can do that.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yes, no, I see what you mean. I would argue that you could make a case for Hardik to come in and Rutherford to come in before Tilak. So if Hardik was going to attack the spin, which is the big if, he can come in from the 7 to 8 over area. And then you have a situation where the other two come in at the 12 over and the 16 over mark.
Oh, wow. It's exactly at the waist.
This is a neutral ball, everyone.
Yeah.
It is not no. It is not. There should be a new category for this.
Also, like, why, if it's the same as the waist, why was the ball text below the waist text? That's a bit confusing.
He's finished up this over with a good one. So he's fought back quite well here. But even with that big over, Tilak's still just 36 off 27, and Hardik is 3 off 5.
Yeah.
Just a reminder, there is no exact measurement that tells you exactly where a waist is, despite what you will see on cricket. As I only found out when I looked into T20 cricket, into no balls. That's how I found out that fact.
So Rohit Kumar Jha is saying, do same watch-alongs in the T20 World Cup for the women with women panelists.
To be fair, Estelle could come on any of these watch-alongs as well.
I don't think she watches them.
I don't think she watches the IPL. I don't think we'll be. I don't know what we're doing for the Women's World Cup specifically at the moment. We might be having some live events and doing some other things. So it might be tricky for us to do that and the live watch-alongs at the same time. But we do have massive plans for the Women's World Cup. But whether it's a watch-along specifically like this is not our main plan, by the way. Our main plan was never doing this. We're doing this because we're waiting for money to come in from a sponsor at the moment to do another thing that we'll talk about very soon. Is this scooped up in the air by Hardik? It's going to be
no
safe.
man's land.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's missed as well.
Beautiful. Was that Ashok?
Yeah.
Who slid past that ball by meters. Is that suggest due?
Maybe. If there's due, I think this game's done then.
But yes, no, we won't be. We won't. So I won't be the exact same plan you're seeing at the moment, but neither will it be on Combox. There's a lot of bigger things that are coming up with us in the next little while. We're just securing some funding and signing up some sponsors. I've got a meeting with a major sponsor tomorrow morning. So yeah, with the Women's World Cup, I would like to think, as this is short outside of stuff.
Wait, when tomorrow morning is this, Jared? Because I think we have a podcast at 12:30.
No. That's not in the morning.
Okay, we can.
That's very specifically not in the morning. So we have events planned for the Women's World Cup, which would probably be the thing that we would be looking at doing. We might also have watch-alongs during the games, but we have to make sure that that's going to work for us. The main thing it'll be in the UK. Another beautiful delivery by Rabada. He's really bowling well in these last couple of games now. I think. So I don't know if it will be watch-alongs like you're seeing now, but there's a lot of stuff that we're planning for the Women's World Cup. And many other things.
Also, I'd probably be a terrible person for a watch-along for the women's cricket because my brain is so tuned with the impacts of IPL era. I don't want to yell at them for not batting too slowly, if that's the normal pace.
This is incredible over from Rabada. He keeps bowling back.
Was it that cross seam?
Yeah.
I think it was cross seam. Yeah.
At pace. And Hardik just keeps missing it. And Hardik's trying to get out of the way and guide it. And he just keeps missing them. It's really good bowling.
Yeah, this is my issue with Hardik versus pace. I don't think he can hit the good length and back of the length anymore.
Well, he's certainly not at the moment. Yeah, you will annoy people in women's cricket, but that's another reason for you to be on the watch along.
That's true. So Praveen is saying, is there any way to hit wide Yorker and wide bounce? I've only seen ABD hit it at a consistent rate. He dances down the wicket and it's a single.
No, but the problem with it is you don't actually need to hit it at the rate of everything else because you're going to get extra deliveries all the time, right? If someone's bowling a wide Yorker, they're going to bowl you 2 or 3 extra wide. So the expected runs per over in most situations, maybe not in a game that's like 260 plays 260, but the expected runs in most situations actually goes up when you start bowling wide Yorkers, right? But you're thinking to yourself, it's okay if we only go for between 9 and 12 in this over. Wide bouncer is the hardest ball in cricket to bowl because it can be wide for two different reasons. Right, so it's really hard to bowl them, and that's why you don't see them very much. You see back of a length, short wide ones more because people know that you're not going to get that away as much. Great over from Rabada. That one's just gone for 4.
And a really good spell as well. 3 for 33 in 4 overs. It looks like he's coming back into rhythm there.
Hey, he's getting early wickets is huge for him, right?
Yeah.
Someone put a comment up here before. Go Power Rangers. I thought you might like this one.
So he's saying, why do 75% people think QDK had a better IPL career than Rabada? His PR game is insane, by the way. Like, people think he's so good.
QDK?
Yeah, he's much better than he actually is.
I don't think either of them have had great IPL careers, though.
No, Rabada's been great in the IPL. At his peak, he was.
Was he? Or did he get a lot of wickets at the death?
Still, he was doing something, right? QDK was not getting a lot of runs.
Yeah.
Or doing it at a great rate.
I don't think either of them have had what I would call great IPL careers.
No, I think KG's good though, Jared. I think there was a...
I think he's good. I'm not sure he's had a great IPL career. He's never been a banker.
I think he was for wickets. I have to disagree with you there. Like 2019,
I think he took a lot of wickets. I don't know if that is exactly... I don't think they were always impactful wickets, is my question.
Yeah, but you could always bank on him.
I think he should be a much better T20 player than he is. I think he's a confused T20 player at times. Rashid's coming back.
This is a good question. Who's the second best South African IPL player?
Why is it Chris Morris?
It is Chris Morris, probably.
Why is it LB Morkel?
Chris Morris, we have LB Morkel, Faf du Plessis. Oh, Imran Tahir for a brief bit.
Yeah, how many years would he have played? Rashid in again, full wide, a big whack from Tilak Palmer. He's got a big chunk of that. And that goes for a long six.
Yeah, that's a decent amount.
Are we missing anyone? Well, but Staines' career is pretty good, isn't it?
Oh, Stain, yeah. Forgot about Stain.
Callis?
Yeah, nice. Okay.
Wait, is Rob Barron just entered the room? Is he going to attack me?
No, definitely not. God, no. Definitely not JP Duminy, man. Come on. Let's not kid ourselves here. What are we saying here?
What's interesting about JP Duminy is he actually hung around for a long time, despite really not it always making sense.
Now, again, he's part of my least favorite breed, Jared, finishing anchors.
Except he didn't really finish, did he?
I was definitely a finishing anchor. He wasn't opening, but his average was crazy for a bit. Is that a 4?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, wait, they're coming back for 3?
I think they're running anyway, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be given as a 4. Your Streamlet's completely down now, isn't it? It just doesn't come back up.
My Streamlet? Oh, did it crash again? No, I sent you a different link though for True Values.
Yeah, no, I'm looking it up now. But the other one is on my system, so I always look at that first.
Oh, fair. No, I have to just restart it. I think that's the issue with Streamlet.
Can I look at it by year for Rabada? Yes,
yeah, you can do season.
There it is.
Can there's True Dots on there now, Jared?
True Dots. I'm assuming that's going to be given as a boundary. Who was that? Oh,
that was Glenn Phillips.
Of course it was. Why am I even asking that? He went 8 meters past the boundary. Of course.
So Tilak's 47 of 30 all of a sudden. He was what, 19 of 22?
Okay, so Rabada. What's a good strike bowling number for true wickets?
More than 0.2, 0.1?
More than 0.2. 1, 2, 3 years in his career.
Yeah, that makes sense, I think.
Well, that's not great, is it?
That peak was great, though. I think that's why I'm
Yeah,
thinking
yeah.
that.
I mean, I think two of them
Yeah.
are back to back. Where he does take, and also his true economy is quite good in those years. I'll give him that. Last 2 years he's been interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, second year was interesting. In that he was great. Last 2 years. In 2025, he was basically neutral on true economy and true wickets, which for an overseas player,
He lofts it and it goes
just safe
nowhere.
into the pocket there, right? So last year he was neutral.
Mm-hmm.
The year before he was really good on true economy, but a negative strike bowler. The year before he was negative on both. The year before he was completely neutral again. He's had a couple of incredibly neutral years. And then he had that great period where he was plus on striking and on economy every single year, which is 2018, 2019, 2020. So that means since that period, he really hasn't been a plus player in the IPL consistently.
Yeah. I think I could agree with you there.
Now, having said that, everyone knows that I don't rate QDK's career at all in the IPL. In fact, QDK's last year has been really good, hasn't it? Where he started just smacking the ball everywhere again.
I think before the World Cup, he was going striking at like nearly 200 or something.
Yeah, I'm back on that one. Now we finally have the best comment of the day.
Rusty Theron. Is it Theron?
Theron, yep.
Theron is clearly the best South African IPL player, guys. I have no idea who that is.
Oh, boy, I can't believe you don't know this. Rusty Theron, I have the best Rusty Theron fact of all time. Rusty Theron played early IPL. I can't imagine he played many games. Let me just look him up. He now works with Major League Cricket in America.
Oh, wow.
Really, really intelligent, interesting guy. Where are we? He played... How many games did he play in the IPL? 10 games.
10. Yeah.
Okay. Numbers are fine. Didn't make any runs, but bowled okay. I don't think he could bat that much, though. Probably holding a bat. Yeah. Yeah, his record with the bat was a bit shaky. Played as a seamer, which is fine. He quit cricket like quite young, I want to say, Varun. Like when he could have kept playing professional cricket. Do you know what I mean? Like he's an IPL player, right? Like fringe IPL player, but could have kept playing. And he quit cricket to study black literature at university in America.
Oh, wow. Okay.
As this is short, wide, slashed for 6.
And it's his
Dilak
50.
Farmer. Who would have thought he's this good against pace bowling? 55 off 33. Yeah, so there's my Rusty Theron. He went from playing cricket in the IPL as a professional cricketer to studying black literature. Truly one of the most interesting cricketers in the world. But you don't remember him.
No. So Praveen Kumar says, will Prince, I assume this is Prince Yadav, be included in the Indian Test bowling unit? Let him play some T20Is first, lads.
What's his record in first class cricket? Do you know?
No.
I have started to get obsessed with him. It's shocking I don't know this already.
Yeah, he's been really good. He's played two first class games. Took 1 wicket at 87.
All right, let's not rush him into the test team, everyone.
It is shocking how much people make fun of Bazball.
And that could have been taken at short fine leg.
Yeah.
He got nothing on that. And I think short fine leg thought it was going to go higher. And it's ended up going low and almost under him. And that is Siraj. So not the world's greatest fielder.
Yeah.
But to be fair, it really did go on a weird angle. Because he tried to... It might have even hit the back of the bat, did it? Is it the back of the bat or just the edge? Oh, could have been either.
I think, yeah. He's looking good, though, I think, finally.
Yep, 59 of 34. 6 and a 4 to start this over. 151 for 4. So we said before the target was about 175. He's going to muscle this away. Who's that at mid-off?
Oh, that's not a 4. Oh, wow.
Is that Prashant Krishna? Who's it?
That's also a terrible ball with that field, by the way.
I couldn't see the fielder, did you?
I think there was no... Is it deep cover? I want to say there's no deep cover there. So the offside was basically...
They would cut away on our good stream.
Yeah, there's no offside. The offside was basically open. We just have to get it over the fielder.
But he didn't. He hit it on the ground, and I think that should have been stopped.
I thought that was like a single.
He didn't dive, did he?
So I have a question. Would you send Santner now or Rutherford now?
Oh, Santner. No, Rutherford definitely.
Oh, that's a big hit.
Slog sweep here, and he plonks this in the crowd over deep mid wicket. A slower one wide, and he waited for that. And I think it might have been the back of the hand. Gill was the field. I thought it was Gill, and then they kept cutting away. You guys might be able to tell us better. Our stream is really fast, but sometimes it cuts away. I just thought a dive was due. I'm not sure he would have stopped it, but I think he could have dived. Anyway, next ball was smashed anyway. Big over this now. So, yeah, what did I say before? Around the 13th, 14th over, I said expected score was 175, which I thought was still a bit punchy. It's now 190, the expected score.
I mean, it has to be all Tilak, isn't it? Because Hardik's not hit anything.
This had been a tough wicket to get yourself set in, but once you're in, you can time them.
Oh, wow. Okay, he's gone again for 6 more.
Beautiful shot.
Striking at over 200 now.
Yeah. He's really good against the seamers. Have you ever noticed this before?
Nah, never. I always thought he was good versus off spin.
Lovely strike this. He sort of hit that a little bit inside out, actually. But they've got long off back, and it goes a long way over. Anurag's coming up with something quite interesting here, actually. I'll look at the market in a second.
190 might be unchaseable. Ooh.
This is a good wicket. You do have to bowl well. Remember, we're not sure. One of the Mumbai bowlers doesn't even have a didn't even have a logo when they brought him up on the TV.
Here's the other thing, right? You need new ball wickets against this Gujarat team. Who is the new ball bowling attack? Sorry, what is the new ball bowling attack? Is it Ashwani and Hardik? Surely they handled that, right?
Gujarat's a 55% chance of winning this game. They got up to about 75, 76. So they have come right back in. Short at the body, and that might have really hurt him.
Yeah.
That is either rib or hip, I think.
Oof.
Oh, no, is it balls?
Oh, is it in the nuts? It might be nuts.
Could be nuts. Rib, hip, or balls. That's what you get on Combox. The full body.
26 run over that.
Yeah.
So Tilak was 19 of 22. It's crazy.
Swapnil comes up with a good one here, which is now I can't get it because that's what I was saying before about the comments. They move so quickly on our screen. Bumrah surely bowls 3 against that Gujarat top order in the power play. I mean, if they do that, what do they leave themselves at the other end? You're not wrong. I understand your general principle there.
I'd definitely bowl him for 1 or 2.
And our stream, by the way, mate.
Which stream? Oh, we might have again. No, you're just injured.
No, I'm saying I lost my stream for a second, just letting you know in case you're going to lose yours.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, he hit the ball into his nuts. Yeah, okay.
Woo! So what were we saying? So I would bowl him for 2, and if he's taken like a wicket or 2, I'd bowl him to 3rd. But I wouldn't have a set pattern.
Amit says Morne Morkel was unreal for Delhi.
He was really good. I think he has a good season, and they drop him for qualifier 2. Did you know that, by the way, Jared?
No. Why can't I find your stats? I just had them right in front of me.
That was some of the greatest blundering I've seen. Was what Delhi Daredevils did in that season. So Morne Morkel was their
that one of their early seasons when they were good?
Yeah. So they were at the top of the table. So they lose to KKR in qualifier 1. So they go to Chepauk and they drop Morne Morkel, who was the best bowler. I believe they dropped him for Sunny Gupta versus Chennai. And Chennai make like 220 or something.
And he's not as good as Morne Morkel. Is that what
just a tad bit worse is what I'm saying, yeah.
Morne. I don't remember his IPL career much.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember him playing.
Really I know he was really good in that one season.
My memory of him is he went and played some really good cricket for Surrey, but Surrey wicket, the oval's probably going to help him a little bit more. I don't think, did he play in the Big Bash? I can't remember.
Yeah, 7 games. Oh, in 2020 and 2021 though. Oof.
Yeah, because he married the Australian TV presenter, and I know he was living over there for a while. I don't know where he lives now. Obviously, he's India's coach, but I'm not actually sure where he lives, even if it's back in South Africa or Australia, or I think they were living in England for ages too. So over his career, Morne Morkel has a true wickets of 0.
Yeah, makes sense.
Again, he actually reminds me a little bit of Rabada. My memory of Morne Morkel was he never quite knew what to do specifically when bowling in T20 cricket. Like he just, if he maybe had better coaching or someone else coming to help him.
So yeah, I think 2012 was the big season. True recon of 1.16 and true wickets of 0.29.
I'm pretty sure Rutherford's coming in, mate. Just based on the fact he's got a helmet on and Santner's sitting there, just relaxing beside him. Yeah, his overall career for Delhi is okay, isn't it?
I think he has one elite season. I don't think he does much either side of it. Oh wait, is he out?
Hits this down the ground. There's
4.
no one at long off, so he gets away with it. 1 bounce 4.
Wait, who's bowling this over? Sorry,
Siraj is bowling this over.
Oh, okay.
I can't believe he played 70 games in the IPL, and it feels like he had no impact.
No, I think it was fine for KKR too. I don't think he was a threatening bowler, but he did a job well.
But I'm telling you, he had almost no impact. He was almost completely neutral all the way through his career. But that's hard to do over 70 games.
Yeah.
Siraj in again, full straight. He's appealing late. I think it might be sliding down leg.
Good ball.
Are they going to review this? Gill's coming in and saying, it's not a beard. I just didn't shave this morning. Stop talking
This is a
about
good
it.
question. So who's the most averagest player ever, like neutral against every type in every situation? I know Yunus Khan in ODI cricket might be the most replacement levelly player to played as many ODIs as he did. But he's re-injured. That whole Pakistan ODI team is crazy. They all could play spin. None of them could hit pace. It's weird.
Just having a look here. Did he hit this? I'm assuming he did.
Oh,
from
yeah,
the
big
angle
inside edge. Yeah, big inside
because
edge.
the only reason I thought that was I thought it was straight, and then suddenly it seemed to hit his back leg, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense to me. The geometry is off on this. Praveen says, should more players play in uncomfortable position and scenarios in lower leagues?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the one thing Tilak has, which all these young idiots don't, is Tilak's shown he can bat everywhere. And he's happy batting everywhere.
Yeah. Look, we talked about this with Robbie, didn't we? Of like, he was obviously at his best in the top 3. He plays top 3 in lower level cricket. And then occasionally a team says to him, oh, we want you to be our number 4 or number 5. And he doesn't know how to do it, right?
Yeah. Because what, Tilak was 7 in the last game for Mumbai? So yeah, he's shown he can bat everywhere for them. And usually international teams like that level of flexibility.
Oh, wow. It's hard. Jeez, I thought that was just down to long on for a single. It was a low Yorker wide. And he just hit it with such incredible timing. It's just gone past long on for a 4.
Crazy.
So, yeah, it seemed to be off the bottom of the bat, but flies. Fielders are sliding around a little bit. I don't know if anyone's mentioned you, but I haven't seen any slow-mos of trucks. If someone has in the comments, please let us know. But it does feel like there is a little bit out there at the moment. Siraj in again. This is good Yorker.
It's a good ball.
He might have got this in the pocket between mid-wicket and long on, though. They're coming back for 2.
I don't think they did.
Get the single there. So Hardik's on 15 off 15. It's important that he finds a way to either get some boundaries here. So what's he got? He's either got to get a single off this ball or a boundary off this ball. These are the 2 options, right?
Here's the thing. They're like, would you refuse the single?
Yeah. I'm trying to work out the best mathematical plan at the moment. Maybe it's Hardik takes the last 2 balls and they just don't take a single here.
So Tilak looks a bit knackered, by the way. He's been out there a while. And he's ran a few hard as well.
It says he's middled 87% of balls. I find that very hard to believe being how he scored here. And Hardik has gone for the
It was
boundary. And he just come up short as Glenn Phillips makes that catch look a little bit harder than it needed to be.
Yeah, I was about to say, did he just dive for this for no reason then? So whilst we're waiting for the new batter, so Siddharth has a super chat for us. Hi guys, finally. I don't think I've listened to the official comms even once this year. Thank you guys for saving me from bleeding my ears out. Appreciate. Thank you so much, mate.
Hopefully a couple of times was also helped with getting your ears to bleed.
Yeah, also shit innings by Hardik.
Yeah. Again, though, no one's really been good in their first 20 balls, have they?
No.
This will test Rutherford, won't it? Actually, probably not. Could you make a case that Tilak just faces the last over and Rutherford just faces this ball?
You can. I don't know if they will, but you definitely can make that case.
Might be a bit risky. It's one of those things.
I wish you were here for this one when this happened. Yeah, I think we were fighting over. I was like, "Will Delhi have too many slow starters?" Robbie was like, "Well, you can't look at it things that way." I'm like, "No, you should look at it things that way. They have a lot of slow starters." So Praveen says, "Why is there no off season for international cricketers? Because there's multiple seasons. We have different, what do you call it, teams from everywhere, don't we? And summer in one place is not summer in the other."
That's the reason. I mean, technically, we do have an off season. It's just that's when you tour. Siraj comes in.
Oh, that's a good ball.
Rutherford tried to play the shot that the Indian batters do, that sort of straight back guide past short third for 4, but misses it, to be fair. First ball, and it was a good one. 177 for 5. So what did we say? The expected total got up to 195, was it? It's back at 189 after that over. Sorry, 190, not 189. And I think Mumbai almost got back to even money in this game, and it's just gone. Gujarat have become favourites a little bit again since then. So the last over. Oh, I haven't checked. Who's going to be bowling this? Is it Prashid?
Yep.
So Washington bowled the 1 over early on, and Ashok Sharma is going to end up with one over left, but everyone else is going to bowl their allocation.
Yeah.
Prashid Krishna today has gone for 1 for 32. He basically was the start of the first big overs when Mumbai went at him. He's bowling to Tilak. It's in the slot. It's up in the air. He's going to get a 4 from this. Not where he was trying to hit it. It ends up over backward point.
A really good innings by Tilak in the end, even though he starts very slowly.
Well, 190 is at least it's interesting.
Yeah.
If the ball keeps seaming, that ball there looks to me like it seamed.
Yeah. But usually, like if it's when it's that full and seaming, it's not that hard to play.
No. But what I mean is, if there's still movement on the surface.
Yeah, that's true.
It could just be the angle, but
yeah. So Sheraton KD is making a fair point. So Santner's in his career best batting form. They're wasting his batting. They are.
Yeah. Is this is hooked away for
6? Oof. Rabada has pressed sleep and is just fingertips. So they're 187. Yeah, maybe 200 if they keeps hitting. What an effort 200 would be from where they were, by the way.
Yep. They're wasting Santner's batting, but when would you have brought him in anyway today?
That's true.
Also, the one thing we forget is that sometimes when... why do they keep showing... I've seen the big screen today more than I have at any other ground. I just don't understand why it's on my screen.
Rob Barron saying that was a drop.
Prashid Krishna. So he's gone for 4 and 6. Tilak has had his number a little bit today.
So he's made 71 in his last 20 balls.
Oof.
Crazy.
So is it worth him being in forever to do that?
So Shreya is asking, is Tilak a finishing anchor? He doesn't profile like it. I understand why you ask that.
Yeah.
Because he can
Comes in
also
too
come in and
early,
hit
right?
30 of 10. No, not just that. He can come in and whack 30 of 10, which a lot of
Yeah.
these finishing anchors can't do.
It's not even that they can't do it; they won't do it.
Yeah, that's also there.
Prashid over the wicket, full
You
straight.
have to run for 2, right?
Rutherford
come
should
on,
be running for
Rutherford.
2. I don't think Tilak wanted it though.
Oh, he might be gassed then.
I think that's the one when you start to run and then you go, no, go back.
Mm.
We don't need this run. Let me face. Because Tilak has been such a good matchup against Prasid Krishna today. I don't know if he always is. But he's been such a good matchup for him today. Do you really want to be in a situation where the last 3 balls he may not face? Or even if you lose 1 ball to Rutherford trying to get him back on strike? Yeah, I actually think Tilak was running at full pace then and just wasn't fast because he's tired. Got long off up in
Our
the
stream one is back, Jared.
Okay. Can I switch over for this ball or am I going to miss this ball? What happened on that ball then?
I think he just got a single. I don't know. I was halfway. I think I just got the end of it.
Well, that's good. Single happened.
Yeah. Single happened.
Let's have a look here. So 2 balls to go, 189 for 5. Chase is certainly very attainable for Gujarat from here on in.
Mm-hmm.
Rutherford's 1 off 2, but if that was Sandner, it would be 12 off 2. So
yeah, wrong move there.
They're taking a long time in this over just to get things right. They've got a fine leg back. And
oh, wow.
That's where the ball's going to go, but unfortunately, it's going to go over his head because it was a full toss.
Oh, what a shot that is.
Dreadful. Great shot. Terrible ball. 6 runs. I think they were
he
trying
just
to
got
bluff
on his
him
knee
there.
and these not a scoop or a swoop.
Well, in the end, he didn't have to scoop it, did he? Because he was going to scoop it, and then suddenly he realized that was terrible, and he just helped it on its way, really.
That's a remarkable shot there.
They put fine leg back, which I think was to bluff him that he was going for the short ball. And what he wanted to bowl, Prushy, was a full wide Yorker. What he actually bowled was shit. Now, what is the conversation between Tilak and the umpire here?
Just going to turn the content.
Nothing I like better than by the time they go to the umpire's cam, the umpire is moving his head and going back to position, and you can't see anything. Can he get them to 200 off this last ball? Can he bring up his 100 off this last ball? Can he give them a winning total off this last ball? There's a lot riding on this, guys. Prashid Krishna, who has struggled against Tilak for most of the day, coming in for the final delivery. It's a slow ball bouncer. He whacks this away. It should be 4.
And this is maiden IPL century.
It's his maiden IPL century, but not their 200. But the chase will be 200.
Yeah.
Kartik has said in the comments that earlier that Tilak should take his shirt off. He's not taking his shirt off. Where did you tell me? Is he big in Malaysian gay Twitter or something?
Yes, I believe that was the correct. That's correct, Jared.
Well, if he was popular in Malaysian gay Twitter before today, he's an absolute icon at the moment.
So Andy's asking us well beyond par on this pitch.
You're
I don't know
you've got the par calculator.
I haven't actually checked it. That's a very good question.
I like this total on this wicket, but I don't particularly like their bowling lineup. So a lot of things have to go right for them for that to happen. But I was not expecting them to get anywhere near 200. It's a fantastic innings from Tilak Varma with a lovely cameo from Naman Dar that people will probably forget as well. But he certainly helped when no one else could make any runs. Hardik, Siddharth says, Hardik has somehow made 2 franchises underperform with that one trade. Low-key commendable effort from him. Am I joking? Maybe. Par, under par. Varun, what are you thinking?
I don't know. I think GT can chase it, but they're so top order dependent though.
You heard it here first. The very strident views of Varun Alvakonda as he sits on the fence and doesn't tell us anything. The market says that this is a 50-50 game now. And remember, that usually means that Gujarat is mild favourites. But anyway, will Mumbai win? Will Jasprit Bumrah take a wicket? Will Gujarat actually try and hit sixes? We'll be able to tell you in 8 to 10 minutes' time. More here on Combox. Cricket fans are smarter than ever before. But what they're offered is clickbait, lazy punditry, and SEO noise. Combox is for people who actually love the game. Smarter analysis, real conversations. Combox, the game lives on.
Box where the game lives on. I'm your host Varun Alvakonda and I'm joined by Saurabh Somani and Shayan Ahmed Khan. And today's episode of Quick Picks is on the greatest IPL bowlers ever. For those of you not familiar with snake style draft, the order goes 1, 2, 3 and 3, 2, 1. And today's order is I'm going first, Saurabh is going second, and Shayan is going third. Any thoughts, gentlemen?
I mean, I did ask you to make me first in this Quick Picks draft, which you have just blithely ignored. So that is my only thought right now.
Yeah, of course. So, sure. Okay, I'm just gonna do the first pick for the 999th time on Quick Picks. Jasprit Bumrah.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
Bumrah has just been like the man. This lunatic has been stat padding at the death in the toughest league to stat pad in the impact sub era. Right? He's so good. Yeah. Like he's the I think the only bowler who's got better raw numbers in the impact era than he does before.
Exactly.
I still can't make sense of it. Right? Like he's such an outlier. Shayan and I are basically had to be. We can't pick him for the most improved player because he's so good. You would almost be cheating to pick him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
His impact is minus 6.56. So every game he plays, on average, he's saving 6.5 runs for your team.
That's whole career.
Which is
That's his whole
that
career.
is career. Yeah. Last 3
exactly.
years would be
Like
even more
minus 10.
insane.
Last 3 years, it's like minus 13 or 14 or something.
What?
Yeah.
No, that is actually Bradman-esque numbers. That is so far of an outlier from what the normal, what the mean is, that I think it is, it is the closest thing we
So
have
his
seen.
true economy is 1.97 in the IPL, by the way. Right.
Which is, I guess, the highest of all time.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it must
Yeah.
be.
Yeah, I think it is the highest of all time. Yeah.
In the last 2 seasons, his true economy is 3.58 and 3.57. Right? And his impacts is minus 12 and minus 11. So,
Yeah. That is,
enough.
truly astonishing.
Yeah.
I think he doesn't have a lot of bad seasons in the IPL, does he?
Yeah, I don't think
He's
he has
just
a
so
single
good.
bad season. Apart from maybe
I think
2015.
yeah. 2015.
I mean, his
he doesn't
early
play a lot
seasons
either.
were-
He only plays four
Uh-huh.
innings in then, right?
Yeah.
So even in
I think-
2014, which is his proper, is like relatively first full season, his true economy is still 1.49, right? I mean,
2013
And he was a baby
was
then.
his first season. 2013 was
Yeah,
his
2013 was his first.
I think 14 is when he plays 11 innings. So
Okay. Mm.
he's a And but
14
the
he's
run
not so
he's
good,
been
is he?
on, man. Yeah, 14 he's and that's what I'm
I
saying.
think
he's
he doesn't
still
take
plus
many wickets in
1.49.
14.
Yeah, his true economy is still 1.49. He doesn't take any wickets, of course, but yeah, that's what I mean. That's his first proper full season, and he's so good. in it.
That is insane, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
then,
2015, what's his
I
true
wanna say,
economy?
2015, it's minus 2.81, but it's again 4 innings, isn't it?
He doesn't
Think
play
so.
that much. I think my memory was that because De Villiers, I think, took him down in that match, no?
Yeah.
In one day.
Yes.
And again, him and De Villiers had some of the
The-
best duels in the IPL. Like that 2020
think-
season, for example. Just
The
insane.
maniacal
is-
run he's been on since 2019, I want to say. He's just been a god in the IPL.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah,
I mean, everywhere, but yeah, in the IPL also particularly. I still think his best ever season was 24, just because, of
yeah, I agree with
what
yeah.
his team was doing versus what he was doing. Like,
No, like,
yeah.
do you remember in the 2024 World Series when everyone was like, "Oh, he's been
Yeah.
so unplayable"? I'm like, the man, no one could hit him at the death overs at the 1K day with the impact
Yeah.
zone. What the hell did you think was gonna happen versus him versus New York? Right?
Yeah.
I think Jared talks about it, right? Like, do you know, like, on the run lines for betting for like overs, it's usually like, even with the great bowlers, it's like 6 or 7. He was playing Ireland, and the run line for one of the overs at New York was 1. Like, which is still one of the craziest things I've
Yeah.
ever heard. Like,
Actually,
the bookies were
that-
like, there is no
yeah.
way Ireland were gonna hit him at New York in this 5th over. Right? It's so ridiculous.
Yeah. That might be that has a good claim to being one of the craziest Bumrah stats, that he has a run line of 1 in
Yeah.
a power play. That's
In the power play,
Which
which is
which
crazy.
basically means that
I think he
batters-
bowls a maiden over, by the way, so which is accurate.
So what it means is that those who are putting money on the game are betting that he's not going to concede more than 1 run in that over in
Correct.
a power play, which is insane. You think about it. They're putting money, so they have actual things riding on it. They are not just making a prediction.
It's so crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Every time you find a new Bumrah stat, isn't it? Like,
It's
so sort of you have the second pick.
yeah, I'm picking Jasprit Bumrah. So okay, yeah, I'll just go with Lasith Malinga. I had 2-3 options. I think there are 4, I guess, very straightforward picks to make in this. So I'm just picking one of them. Malinga was also obviously the predecessor to Bumrah in a sense, in terms of the kind of impact he had, and the power play and death bowling, the Yorkers. He also had a mean bouncer actually, which was really well disguised, more so because of that slinging action. It could really surprise you. Had good pace, had obviously amazing bowling smarts, and he could have been 3rd or 4th in this draft also, but because I just have it just felt more visceral to watch Lasith Malinga than the other 2, which is why I've picked Malinga.
Yeah, so Malinga's true economy is 1.33, which is very impressive. So
Third best, I
if
think,
you guys
ever.
want to hear the death true economies for both of them,
Yeah.
it is 2.21 for both Bumrah and Malinga.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
So
I would
then-
have thought Bumrah would be higher, but
Their death economies
I
are
think
better
Bumrah
than their
beats-
overall.
yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah.
I think that because
Yeah.
it's the relative now. That's why. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So they were so much better at the death than the others.
Also, miraculously, Bumrah beats Malinga out in the power play, which I don't know how that happened, but yes.
I mean, that's
That
not
wouldn't
so
make sense.
surprising, is it?
No, because I always thought Malinga was a better power play bowler than Bumrah for some reason. I don't
who
know
takes
why.
more wickets early on?
Similar to wickets in the power play.
Oh, that's a good one.
Like it's like just below par, I think.
Yeah.
And middle overs is when Bumrah's well ahead of Malinga, so that's why I think we see a lot of difference in the overall true economy. It's because of power play and the middle. But both of them again, like if you again we talk about this right. All-time IPL team, one of the first 2 picks of these 2.
Yeah.
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 Definitely.
So Shayan, you have 2 in a row now.
All right,
Yeah.
then I will go with the 2 spinners that he was, the 2 bowlers that he was talking about, right? So I'll go with the 2 spinners, and the order I will go in is I'll first go with Sunil Narayan, and then I'll go with Rashid Khan. My order was actually I had Narayan at 2, Rashid at 3, and Malinga at 4 when I was doing the order for the picks. But I think
I
can
had Narayan at 2 and Malinga at 3, but I just picked Malinga.
I
because
think this is a
just
bit
felt
like the ODI batters, isn't it? Like 1 is
Yeah.
obvious, 2, 3, 4 is
Yeah.
personal
I
preference.
guess so.
Yeah.
And then it goes
yeah.
completely rogue after
I mean,
4.
if we do this tomorrow, I might probably pick Narayan, but today
Yeah.
I picked Malinga.
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
say
because
5 to 6
also-
is still
yeah.
more this thing, pretty much confident about who I have at number 5 and number 6. But yeah, after that, it's a bit of a mess. But yeah, I managed to come up with the top 15 in order. I don't know how correct it will be. But yeah, just the true numbers for Narayan. True economy of 1.72. True wickets of minus 1.2, which makes sense. And then with Rashid Khan, you have a true economy of 1.22.
You mean
but a
minus
true wickets of
0.12?
yeah, and
Minus 0.12.
yeah, minus 0.12. What did I say?
I think you said minus 1.2. That's very bad if it's minus 1.2.
No, it can't be that, dude. I must have. I don't think I said that even. Anyways, yeah.
That's
so
what you did. Oh, never. Sorry.
never mind. He 1.72 true economy and true wickets of minus 0.12. That is Sunil Narayan. And for Rashid Khan, it's a true economy of 1.22, true wickets of 0.12. So I think I have had these arguments a lot about Narayan versus Rashid. And, at times I've also said like Rashid is better. I think maybe because of the leg spin bias. And also just the fact that with Rashid, you get more wickets. But I think when we factor in the longevity and the fact that, this guy has been playing for so long, so much more than Rashid, I think we have to give it to Narayan at a certain point. And I know you can flip it either way also. Like you can go with Rashid at 3, Narayan at 4 also. As Varun said, like the ODI batters won. But I think I will go with this for now. Also, both of them really good at the death, by the way. Both of these spinners.
Yeah, also so for Narayan, there's only 2 seasons where his true economy is not more than 1. And one of those is 0.75, one of them is 0.14, which was 2020.
So he's never been negative on true economy?
Season. Never been negative. And the second worst true economy is 0.75. His worst is 0.14.
Exactly. That is crazy.
So that is mind blowing. That is never been negative on true economy. I think actually in T20 cricket, I would give more weightage to true economy than true wickets, because I think true economy helps others get wickets.
Yeah, that is
because I think middle overs, I'd also give equal balance to wickets, I think.
Yeah, I think at the death is when it completely changes.
Death is economy only, right?
See,
when we do the team maps.
If you are intent pilled, then you have to give economy slightly greater weightage, because it's the reverse, right?
That
if
is
you're
fair. I can't argue
batting,
with you there.
Yeah.
I remember arguing this for some player somewhere that you guys have not picked him. I'm surprised Varun is not intent pilled. Who was it? Oh, was it Santner? I think, yeah. So I think Rob was saying that Santner had a very bad World Cup. I was like, dude, nobody could hit him. And then Varun was also like, I don't know.
Cricket has never finished at the close of play. It lives in the arguments, the memories, the comment sections. Cricket makes you talk. Combox is entering that chat. Varun, Jared, Rob, back at you on Combox. Do we have Rob's proper microphone, or are we still just with random microphones?
Shoot Ratchet in the face is what you have to do.
Okay.
What did Ratchet do?
I mean, I have a microphone, but it's not set up to work. I think there was some sort of emergency with you guys yesterday while we were sorting that out.
Rob,
maybe it's Baron's fault.
It's probably Baron's fault, yeah. But, Rob, what have you made of this game so far?
From financially ruinous. I got that very wrong. I thought the pitch was disastrously difficult, and then it became the easiest pitch ever. So I'm trying to work out why. Is it dew? Is it old ball? What is it?
I thought once you got in on this wicket, you could play, but I even thought the ball was moving around a little bit at the end. So I think it is a wicket that has a little bit of seam movement in it. Didn't you think even some of Rashid's felt like they were keeping low?
This was my issue, because when so Rabada, it was like, this is a Rabada pitch, he's bowling amazing, that's great, right? And that can happen. You know, a really good bowler can get a pitch he likes and finds the right length and all that. I thought he was brilliant. But then Siraj was bowling dry, so that confused me as well, because if he's going for no runs, you're like, well, there's loads in this pitch. And then Ashok bowled 2 overs that didn't go for any runs, and then it grubbed along the floor twice for Rashid Khan. So I'm like, this is the unders day. And then they went absolutely bananas and got 200. I really didn't think 200 was going to happen. And I paid the penalty for that. Fair enough. But very, very good from Tilak. I thought he got quite a lot of bad balls. But from where they were to where they've ended up, weird. And now they're playing the 2 spinners, aren't they? So this could be very interesting, this chase.
So Ashwani is the impact sub.
Okay. Random team generation from Mumbai today. What did you lads think of that?
Yeah, I still think there's a bit in the pitch. So I was a little bit surprised that they managed to get to where they did. But it's kind of on the back of one guy, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I thought Namandir bowled well, though. Batted well, sorry. Timed the ball well. He just couldn't really get ahead of the count at any stage, could he?
Yeah, what was he, like 45 or 30 in the end?
I think so, yeah. So just starting to come good when he went out, maybe from a strike rate.
Is Bumrah taking the first over?
That is a surprise.
Hmm.
Everything about this game is surprising me. But Bumrah getting the first over is a big surprise, isn't it?
Is it a financial surprise? As Bumrah comes in, outside off stump in the air and caught. There's the first
Oh my
wicket of the
God.
IPL for Jasprit Bumrah. It was
Finally.
just angled across, maybe a little bit of swing in the air, but it was a weird shot by Sai Sudarshan, who just punched it straight to point.
Yeah, that's it. I think it's official. Our boy Sai Sudarshan isn't Sai Sudarshaning this season.
Is he out of form?
Did we kill Sai Sudarshan?
Is he out of form? We may have killed him with all our relentless chat about how he never fails. And now... And he's now got out to a guy that never gets any wickets. So what is happening with the universe?
Is it maybe we loved him too much?
Do you think it's our fault that he did that? I mean, that's not a good shot, is it, that?
No.
No,
What happens there is the ball swings away and he does that thing that openers do in limited overs games where he's like, oh, actually, it didn't even swing that much, but it was angled away. And he did that thing where he's like, well, I should be hitting this, but he just kind of puts his bat there.
Yeah.
Very strange. Great decision to open the bowling with him, though.
Yeah.
Ever since people said he should be the test number 3, his career's just kind of been on a free fall at this point.
By the way, Rob.
Yeah.
Gujarat is now a 33% chance of winning this game.
I mean, that's what you call a big wicket, isn't it? Sai out early. I wonder which Joss we'll see, because we've seen the 60 one and we've seen the 40 one so far, and we haven't seen the one that stuck around, and now he kind of has to stick around for a bit. They're never, ever none for one. That never happens. Sure, they can be 15 for one or whatever, and then they always seem to end up being 50 for one, don't they, or 70 for one. But this never happens. Was it last year that there was only once that they didn't get to 100 for one in the whole of the IPL? And so this is uncharted waters for GT. Everything has gone completely wrong for them. Well, since the Tilak show began, really. So nothing shot, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not really a Sai Sudarshan shot. Bumrah in again.
Oof.
Leading
That's a
edge
good ball.
from Joss Butler. Could have gone anywhere. Ends up at covers. Not where he
I
was
like that
trying to
ball.
push it. So we do the show on Mondays for TalkSport on the IPL, and they always say, like, give us your big take for the week. And like every week I just say, Jasprit Bumrah will take a wicket.
You're right.
Yeah. What am I going to say next week, though? Boring.
Yeah.
I didn't see his pace. Varun, did you pick that up?
Nah, sorry, I haven't.
Bumrah in again and left by Joss
Oh,
Butler.
sorry.
That's
Just
wrong.
from the franchise, not allowed. I mean, Mitch Marsh was doing this yesterday in the
Hello.
chase of 250.
That was a good ball by Bumrah, though. Did swing away. Yeah, fourth ball of the over. There's a wide slip in place at about 2.5. As this is defended into the covers. Again, no
The
run.
one
This
coming
one's
back
swinging
in, though?
back in, yeah. So he swung it both directions so far. 135 Ks, but hitting the bat very hard of Joss Butler here.
Yeah, that moved a fair bit, but Butler right behind it. They need to score 10 off every over, though, don't they? And I mean, can you just give Bumrah this over now? I guess you kind of have to. You have to.
I've got no issue with them giving.
Yeah.
I would almost block out his first 2 overs if he's going to bowl 2 in the first 4.
Yeah, agreed. I think there's no other bankable bowler for them, is there?
This one is pushed on the offside. They'll get a single down to third. He's already done some of the damage, but realistically, the more overs he bowls early on searching for wickets, the better it is for Gujarat, unless he gets all the wickets. So you're playing you're playing a game there, but, that's how the game theory works.
Can confirm, lots of swing.
Can confirm.
When was the last time Bumrah bowled the first over for Mumbai, Varun?
Oof. Must have been 24, I'd imagine, right? Oh, that's a good ball again.
Yeah, Gill pushes this back. He's trying to push on the leg side though. It squares him up. So both the batters have been squared up. Can confirm Shubman Gill has not shaved his stubble in the innings break. So they need 10.47 runs and over from here. Hardik Pandya. It's gonna take that back. I thought Hardik Pandya was going to bowl a second over.
He has an insanely good match
2022.
for somebody. Who is it?
I believe it's 2022, Rob.
That was the last time he bowled the first over.
Yep. He's only done it 7 times in his IPL career.
When
Wow.
Jasprit Bumrah goes wicketless, Mumbai win 8% of their matches. When he takes 1 wicket, they win 67%.
Bloody hell. How
It
about
is
this?
Hardik Pandya. It's
Hardik to Shubman Gill. He has bowled 23 balls at him. Shubman Gill has scored 19 runs in those 23 balls and been out 4 times.
It doesn't matter here because Josh
it's a
Butler's
good
facing. He
shot.
pushes this through covers for
4
4.
times. 19 for 4 off 23. That's a huge positive matchup for
Okay.
Hardik.
Very small thing to say, and they've got a couple of spinners, so they might pull this back. But that was an awfully long gap between the overs there. I'm not saying it was their fault. We could on our stream it cuts away. We just see an ad where. Have you seen the ad on our stream where it's a guy playing cricket and he's never played cricket before, but he's in full whites and everything, and they're trying to pretend he's a normal cricketer?
My brain now switches off when adverts are on because I nearly ended up in therapy after one of the IPLs where there was this advert that went.
Oh, LBW shout here. It's straight.
it's
Fully's
given him.
out. It's kept a little
Whoa.
bit low. Butler's walked across his stumps, and he has been given. He's coming down to talk to Shubman Gill, and they're reviewing it.
Maybe umpires call on height, but that's straight enough.
It didn't feel that high though. It felt like a shot through.
No, looked like it was out. It's
That was
it's
a bit
similar.
leg side. I thought I might be missing.
I thought top of leg stump,
Hmm.
but let's have a
I
look.
thought out.
Maybe Empire's called then.
It's slightly
It
high.
is
but
leg
it's-
stump. It is high and leg stump.
I reckon
So
this is umpire's call on the top of leg. Is
Might
what
have
I
seemed
think.
too much, this one.
It almost has to hit the top corner of the leg stump, though, doesn't it? Like that.
Yeah.
So you give yourself 2 chances because they weren't that sure on the review, and you look back and go, "That looks like a review one to me." It hits him in front of leg and off, and it's
Umpire's call.
umpire's call, and it is hit the top corner of leg stump, as we said.
And about 70% of the batting lineup is done.
I mean, they've never done this though. Been 2 down straight away. Never ever. So now, what the hell are they going to do?
Who
Who's
bats
going
at number 4 in this team? I don't know any of these guys.
Do they have any other players in this team?
They are
Sounds
now
good.
a 23% chance of winning this game, which I think right at the moment after that wicket is probably a little high.
Yeah, they're a 0% chance of winning. This has never happened before. So Gill can't
mean-
score running against Hardik.
You know,
other
I should
two are
never
out.
be in charge of a cricket team because I'd send Rabada out now.
No, this is Rashid Khan time, isn't it? Rashid Khan close eyes, hit every ball for 6.
I think they need a pinch blocker more than an attacking batter.
So Washington's probably the guy you send in then, isn't he?
Yeah,
If you just want to elongate
Here he
the bat,
is.
which they have done, that's fair enough. But Washington is like 9 different types of batsmen, and he doesn't know which one is which. Do you know what I mean? Like
He needs
sometimes
to spend a lot of time thinking about where he should bat and why he should bat in positions. But I have said before, Rob, if they're going to send him in, I kind of like the idea of sending him in the power play because I think he's better at hitting boundaries when the fielders are in rather than out.
Yeah, I get that, but has he been sent into block here?
He's
Has
been
he?
sent
Leeds,
into the lead.
Disband the franchise. Disband the franchise. What if they don't score any runs ever? Okay, I'm confused. I've been really confused throughout this whole game, which probably doesn't help anybody.
It doesn't sound like it's helping your wallet.
No, not today. Not last 3 in a row bad after lots in a row good. Like really bad today. Josh can count himself unlucky.
what were
there.
some of your bets which went wrong, Rob?
Unders mainly.
Okay.
Like when it goes absolutely miles against what you think, quite bad.
And that's a 4.
Down the leg side pull ball that. So you kept going unders for each over and they kept going over them.
No, it was more for total, and then sixes. I thought the line of 9.5 was really, really high after Decott got out. I thought that was really high, and then Tillack got loads, and they ended up getting 10. So fair enough. Like, you get beat sometimes. As Washington shovels one off the pads.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't
no,
think
I hit the
I
pad.
don't think the Butler ball was that great. I just think he was expecting. I think the outswing of the first ball caught him off guard.
Mm.
It didn't seem at all anything. So that's odd. I think it's the angle that made it feel like it seemed in. Oh, no.
Another leave for Rob here. As Neil says, changing sides every 2 overs like the 100, can it work? I wouldn't do it every 2 overs. I would change them every 5 overs. 5 overs from one end, 5 overs from the other, 5 overs from the other, 5 overs from the other. Done.
You think you should do it like that?
Yep.
You don't bowl alternate overs?
I don't see what the point is. We're just wasting our time, Rob. It takes a minute for these players to get into position.
But they waste time on everything. Earlier, Tillack just sort of had, a doctor's appointment on the middle of the square with 2 overs left. Why am I watching that?
Good ball, push back in the air, but he's timed it beautifully, Washi, and it's going to go for 4. It was catchable, but nowhere near Hardik Pandya. But the timing was exquisite.
Yeah.
He's picked up a couple of boundaries since he's come out here. I'm not sure he hit the first one, but he hit that one.
Yeah. 8 of 3.
8 of 3 with 2 leaves. Strong.
Was that a drop chance, Rob?
No, you would need go-go gadget arms for that. The Rabada one on the boundary that Tillack hit the 6th in the last over, that was a drop. Took off way too early.
What did you think of the Shubman Gill non-stop at mid-off?
There were a few misfields.
Oh, bad ball by Hardik down the leg side. But you know the one where he didn't dive, and it's like, you just expected the fielder to stop it on that angle. And I'm like, he might have dived and not stopped it, but he didn't even dive.
Yeah, I don't like seeing that. Is when it was Shashank was the famous one yesterday where he just literally watched the ball fall just past his own hand and hit the rope for 6. And did you see the Ponting bit after the game where Ponting, when they all shake each other's hands, Ponting was acting like he was just about to punch Shashank in the face, and then he smiled and gave him a great big hug because he dropped 3 yesterday.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter when you win by 50.
Short, wide, cutaway. Washington Sundar's on fire here. Another
crazy
boundary.
burn over this.
You know when you get excited about cricket, guys, it's mostly when in Rob's case it's when he's winning money, but it's for the rest of us, it's when we're winning agendas. Washi in the power play has been a long time agenda for me. I'm 8 years in the making of this agenda, Varun. He's virtually never faced a ball in the power play. It's like 50 balls or something in his career.
Yeah, I've got him down as 26 off 16 in the last 5 years?
Yeah.
In this comp. That's nothing, is it?
Crazy.
26 off 16. Still pretty good. I want to find me some Washington numbers.
He really
The ball
hasn't
was still
faced
doing a
that many
lot in
balls
that
in
over.
the IPL.
I think Hardik might have wasted that over a bit.
Unsurprisingly, he doesn't match up well against Bumrah, but who does? I think the Hetmeyer
Height.
the Hetmeyer Bumrah numbers are the funniest. He's like strike rate 50, wicket every 4 balls or something. Like, he can't see the ball when Bumrah's bowling it. 12 for 2 off 14 Washington is against Bumrah. But nobody's good against Bumrah because he's the best ever you see.
He is bowling again, we should say. He's bowling the 3rd over. So what's the commentary that they have in dodgeball? Where they're saying we're laying it all on the line or whatever. Where else are they going to lay it or whatever he says? It's a bit like that. Why?
We should commentate like that. Jason Bateman, isn't it? Is he one of them?
He's one of the commentators, and the other commentator's like a famous actor, isn't he? Like a really well-known character actor, I think.
I don't know. Oh, him. He was in Office Space, that guy.
Yeah, American
Rob
Gothic.
Urba is back again. He said he was on GT highest first over, 50 plus opening partnership, Sai 50, GT to winner 2, 3.5, 3.5, 2.14, all ruined in one ball. I'm very, very angry.
Just come around my house tonight. We can.
When did Gujarat get to 3.5? As this is outside off stump, but a beautiful shot by
Informal.
Shubman Gill. Smashed through the offside.
It's been a batshit last few balls, by the way.
Yeah, every ball's been either left or full, or it's got somebody out. That's what happened so far. So Abe, I feel your pain, mate. The games, the trick of this tournament is that you have to remind yourself there are 74 games. So if you lose half your stack or all your stack on one of them, you've done it wrong, right? It's a very, very long.
How many games should you lose all your stack on?
On the 74th, you just make it last until the last one and then go all in on something, right? It's important that you can sustain the nonsense. Just think if you're betting with UK bookies, which I think you are, judging by what bets you've got, the positive of today is it's done your accounts wonders, because if like me, all your bets have lost, then at least you don't have to go shopping for 4 new betting accounts tonight. Do you know what I mean? You can have another go tomorrow. But
Rob says losing at gambling is better than winning.
Sometimes when you lose, you actually win, Jared.
Sometimes when you win or you tie. You and I might be the only two people who know that, like, verbatim.
I think I may have seen that film more than 100 times.
Yeah, I'd be up there too.
So
I haven't shown it to my boys yet, actually, which is silly.
On my other wall of fame, that's not cricket wall of fame, it's like TV and film wall of fame, I have a signed Woody and Wesley White Men Can't Jump picture signed by both of them. I'm really happy with that. Yeah, it's really cool. I would move the camera, but it'd take me and Ratchet to get it set back up again.
I like the idea of Wesley Snipes now asking you for money on that, because he struggled a bit for money, didn't he?
Well, he had his issues with the tax man, didn't he, old Wesley?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you know how rubbish he is at basketball? Like,
yeah, because I've seen the movie. This one slashed through the offside for 4 again.
But Woody Harrelson's really good at
for those who don't know, it's the best story about reverse racism that you will ever hear.
It's so good.
They wanted to make the movie White Men Can't Jump about basketball, Varun, right? And so they went out of their way to check that every white guy could play basketball. They ended up with 3. David Duchovny, George Clooney, Woody Harrelson. Woody Harrelson's a really good player. The other 2 guys, good pickup basketballers, right? All 3 of them can play basketball. And then they cast Wesley Snipes in the role. He turns up on set on the first day, and Wesley Snipes starts to bounce the ball, and they were like, wait, can you not play basketball? And he goes, no, I've never played. When it was the black guy, they just cast him and assumed he'd play basketball. And with the white guys, they literally spent 4 months researching and finding the best basketball players for that movie.
Damn.
And if you watch Wesley Snipes, some of his bounces, he bounces like when my 5-year-old does this, I tell her off. He hits the ball. So when the best way to learn how to bounce a basketball is you push it. So your hand goes up and down with it the whole time. Whereas people who don't know, they hit it. And that's what Wesley Snipes actually does in the movie. That's
probably what I do as well.
Yeah.
Jared, I've been teaching Bobby the basics of basketball. I'm no basketball player, but I've been teaching him the basics recently because we've got a hoop in the garden now, and I bought an official, the one they use in the league over here, Molten, I think it is, basketball, right? On Whatnot, off one of these, people selling shit in their kitchens. You know how much I paid for it? Brand new. £2. Yeah. £2, thank you.
I think
you've got that one right, obviously.
Oh my God, I got it right again.
I'm not asking you a question ever again. You have gone into my mind, right? Chris Baggett is bowling, which is interesting.
Baggett, debut, full, straight, pushed in the air, but safe.
What is happening? Every question I ask, you get the exact right answer, no matter what it's about. And you could have said any number for that, any number for the glasses, any number. Anyway.
Jared is deep inside you, Rob.
It always has been. The dribbling thing is dead right, but Bobby's actually showing a lot of aptitude for the game, and she started. She's really good at trash talk, which I'm very, very proud of, and she started doing the walking at the end of when we play, walking away and throwing it over her head until it goes in, and she won't stop until it does. A bit like Michael Scott in The Office when they play basketball, which is one of the best episodes of that show.
Who's the guy in The Office that they didn't know that was good at basketball and doesn't miss a shot? And it's in the background. And it was only later they look back and he hits like 10.
Kevin.
Yeah,
Kevin. Yeah. Yeah, because they don't pick him because he's fat. And then after they've played, they pick Stanley because he's black. And Stanley can't play, like puts his backhand out like that and dribbles like this. And then at the end, Kevin, because he's a fat accountant, doesn't get picked. And then
But I think it was true that he didn't miss a shot when they were filming as well, right? Like, I think that was the whole thing. There's heaps of great stories about that. Have you ever seen the one in what was the Shaquille O'Neal film? This is Wide Outside Off Stump and
Low
played
bounce
in this.
again.
Blue Chips. So Shaquille O'Neal plays an NBA draft player in this, and there's a scene between Nick Nolte and Bob Cousy, the former Celtics guard, where they're having a chat, and it's a long scene, and in that scene, Bob Cousy never misses a shot, and Nick Nolte breaks character at one stage to be like, "Are you ever going to miss?" And that becomes part of the scene. And
why haven't I seen that film? That looks right up my street.
Yeah, it was a big one. I want to say 94, 95.
No, I can't believe that's passed me by.
Short, whipped away by Washy. He's timed that beautifully, but he's found the fielder. They're certainly timing the ball better than Mumbai's early order did. It's the film. That film changes NBA history because Shaquille O'Neal already had a good point guard at his team. But when he was on the set of that movie, one of the kids they had there was a guy called Anthony Hardaway, and he went back to his team. Yeah, Penny. Little Penny, or Big Penny in this case, went back and he said, "You have to draft this guy. Every pass he did was perfect for me." And unfortunately, Penny then got injured and they never got to win all their championships together.
So Little Penny, right, he was a puppet, wasn't he? And
yes.
And so
wide cut. This is smashed over the offside by Gill for 4.
Never mind the cricket, Jared. We're talking about White Men.
Little Penny. One of the greatest marketing campaigns in history.
Do you know which video of one of the greatest songs of all time did Little Penny famously end up in? There's a question.
Oh, that I don't know.
Anyone want to have a go in the? Are you looking at the chats now? You two. Anyone want to have a go at that in the chat? Which video of, I think, maybe top 10 song of all time was the Little Penny puppet in? Such a tune.
Was it Chris Rock? Was he Little Penny?
So Chris Rock was like his voice in the adverts, I think.
Yeah.
I think you're right. The video was Hype Williams, as every hip hop video was ever. But yeah, I'll give the chat people a minute to get that one. The samples.
Sorry. Can I give you my last story about basketball and movies, just to finish it off?
I don't want it to be your last one. I want more. All of it. Look how keen Baron is to hear this.
I think it's Aliens 4. Which is was that the Cronenberg one, or I can't remember. The Aliens 4. No, it's the Joss Whedon one, right? Where Joss Whedon writes the script, and there is a scene in it where Sigourney Weaver has to do the thing of shooting the ball over her head, right? And I'm pretty sure I'm right. I think it was a situation where she'd missed like 1 million of them in a row or whatever. And then she does it and she gets one in, or she got it in first time. I can't remember the full story. But if you look at it, they have to cut away from it straight away because Ron Perlman breaks character because he's so excited that it's happened.
There's a really good one of a newscaster in America who's talking about how somebody made a ridiculous shot. And he was like, and the half finished with them shooting from here, which is absolutely ridiculous. And he just launches it and it goes straight in, swish. And he's just like running around going mental. Ashwani into the attack now.
And that's 4. He's got that on there. Washington's doing his job here, guys.
Very much so. Very much he is.
Yep.
Praveen says, can elite bat swing negate with some bad contact and okay timing for 6? Yeah. It's about force, right? So if you're putting extra force on the ball, you don't have to hit the dead center all the time. So strength can do that and bat swing can do that.
So Suyvanchi has the bat swing that can do it.
Yeah,
because
and Andre Russell had the strength to do it, right?
And Romario just stands there and uses incredible stacked muscles and gets rid of it. So one of those is an elite biomechanical swing, which is Suyvanchi, and the other one is just somebody that could lift up a truck and just muscles the ball without using much technique. Did anyone get the answer in the chat? Because Varun will send you money from his own bank account. Varun lives in Richmond, by the way. It's like you have to be earning £100,000 a week.
I don't live in Richmond. I live near it.
Good enough.
No. The property prices changed quite dramatically.
Richmond was the team in what's the Samuel L. Jackson one? Coach Carter. Rich what?
That's a good film too. Although there's
Very
not
good.
what's his name is in that, isn't it? The guy goes on to be really famous, Magic Mike.
Oh yeah, there's a few, isn't there? I'm gonna have to look up that. There's a few that went on to do good things.
I can't find anyone coming up with. Someone said No Diggity. Someone else said
Correct.
Him Up.
Correct. No diggity.
Diggity.
Yeah, a
Also-
few people said that.
Also, someone else did say this.
Well done,
Sibi,
everyone.
Sibi said, "How is Gil's batting not popular on Malaysian gay Twitter?"
That is true.
How mu-
Is he? Is that a
may have
six or out?
just logged out.
And
Oh, he's out.
That's why, because
Oh,
he got a
man.
ball in his hip and he hit it straight to the deep backward square, and Ashwani gets his wicket.
This is why Gil shouldn't try and hit sixes early in his innings, because he's so good at hitting the fours. That was a ball that was there to be hit, but he should have hit it for four, and instead he's tried to hit it for six, not put any power in it, and out he goes.
He's also a
And this
much
is-
better player of spin than pace in the IPL.
Have all three of these been out in the power play before, Varun?
No, they haven't.
So we are now in, I mean, completely unprecedented territory.
There was
They've
an
lost-
SRH game where Sai and Butler were out, but never all three, I think.
They are now what percentage chance of winning? 25. They've had a bounce back though with Washi's innings so far. You know about the Malaysian gay Twitter thing, don't you, Rob?
I'm clearly not enough. You're going to have to tell me.
So Tilak Varma has gone viral on Malaysian gay Twitter as a sex icon.
Of course he has.
Yeah, shirtless to look
How
around.
do people know this that aren't on Malaysian gay Twitter? Like, how do they get into the mainstream?
There's actually more of a crossover of Mumbai Indians fans and Malaysian gay Twitter than you would have thought.
This
Yeah.
is, I mean, I know we hop around subjects, but this is one I didn't expect to be commenting on today.
Sorry, jumpsuit's very clear here. Not just Malaysia, USA TikTok as well.
Yeah, that I
But is it-
know. So,
But is it
yeah.
gay USA TikTok or straight USA TikTok? These are very
I
different
think it's
things.
straight. I think it's straight.
Probably both. It's a good looking boy, isn't he?
I don't know how to explain. He's very American coded in the way he looks good, if it makes sense. Like
Has he got American face cut? Glenn Phillips
I
is
think
in.
he does. Because I think, for example, I don't know if Virat Kohli. I think Virat Kohli is very good looking, but I don't think he's American good looking, if it makes sense. I think Tilak is. Like even Shubman, I wouldn't say is American good looking.
Who is Rob Barron American good looking?
I can imagine him, to be fair. Yeah.
Can we ask
Yeah.
Malaysian gay Twitter? Is that possible?
I hope some of these are obviously made up, but I do like the idea that Georgian TikTok is another place.
Georgian
Georgian TikTok
an
is where
actual-
Rob Barron is a sex symbol.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah,
I look a bit
I can
like
see that.
Zangief off Street Fighter 2.
No,
Like
what would
exactly
it? Rob would
exactly.
be a bear on, like, like what was it? Like, what do gay people call people like
bear.
Rob? I think it's like bear. Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about this the other day.
Yeah.
But we don't know what kind of bear he is. He's not a cub, though, is he? Or maybe are you a cub, Rob?
No, I don't think so.
You're a full-fledged bear.
Yeah.
But you're not like a big manly person, though, are you? Really?
What? What are you talking about? we need to patch Amy in on this conversation. I think she'd really enjoy it.
I just think in a world of bears where they are hyper masculine big guys, I actually think you're probably like the weenie version one. You're the teddy bear
Oh,
and
I
they're
need to
the
do
grizzly
this
bear,
this one
right?
second. Different type of gays. Is that the question?
Amy
Amy
always
asked?
says,
Did
Amy always says
Barry
on
just type
Instagram,
in different type of gays?
Yes.
types of gay bears.
Gay bears.
Again.
Otherwise you'll end up on a watch list.
Yeah, Amy always says that I'm very mincy because of how I like hold my hands and hold myself. It's a neurodiverso thing. Like my hands are always a bit. Like,
So, Jared, I believe so. Cubs is younger and smaller. Muscle bears is athletic. Polar bears is
Yeah.
white. Otters is slim/hairy, and Chubs
Oh.
is large/obese.
Chubbs bear.
What was the first one though?
Cubs. That's
Yeah,
younger and much
yeah,
less
he's not a
smaller.
cub, is
yeah.
he?
Yeah, it's not a cub.
Oh, I didn't mean to put this message up, but I'm glad that I have. The one I actually wanted to put up was something even more interesting, which is Sivi says Tilak Farmer will get homosexuality legalized in the UAE.
Okay.
You didn't think we were going there, did you? That is, I mean, this is why I want to work with cricketers. How good would this be? The exact same chat, but just Ravi Shastri's in it. Hey, imagine
Yeah.
Ashwood's face as we're explaining the
was
different
about
types.
to
Of
say.
he might be an expert. We don't know.
I think who would you pick? Which cricketers or ex-cricketers would you pick to join this chat right now and just get asked all those
I would
questions?
pick the most right-wing person imaginable. Just to make them uncomfortable.
Mate, that's a long list in cricket. We'll be here a while coming up with that person.
I think if you ask both of them those questions, it would be extremely entertaining. The answers.
Sunil Gavaskar, let's go. What else?
Like-
who
Okay,
else would you get?
I know we're not gonna go here now, but I'm sure Rob has seen this. But Varun, have you ever seen the video of Ian Botham being grilled by Scottish
Oh, it's
children?
amazing! It's amazing.
By Scottish who?
children?
I feel
Okay,
like I have
I'm
seen
going to
this.
tell you all this at the end of this game, guys. Don't go now. Watch the game. I don't want you to leave the game. But at the end of this game, I want you all to Google Ian Botham, Scottish children BBC, and you will see 15-year-olds grilling Ian Botham,
Hold up.
who gets
Wait.
more and more angry all the way through this chat, especially when women are questioning him or young girls are questioning him.
Did you just say Google Scottish children BBC, Jared?
Yes, in this case, it's okay because of Ian Botham.
Okay.
Oh, there's his
Bloody
White Man
hell.
Can't Jump poster. There's a callback.
Just what a great
My
film.
favorite line in that is when he's asked about whether he changes nappies, Varun, and he goes, "I'm away all the time. What are you going to do? Post them through the mail to me?"
Oh, I think I have seen this one. Yes, I remember this.
Oh, it's so good. And he just gets more and more angry the longer it goes on.
Rake Jake 6 Deluxe also quite popular on my personal For You page too. Yeah.
Well, there you go. And make your algorithm what you want it to be, Rake Jake. And it sounds like you have.
What does your algorithm do, Jared? What does it send you?
Mine's quite nerdy. It's like, I'm trying to think of what I have at the
So
moment.
my TikTok is very photography related, and my Instagram is extremely racist. So, yeah. And sometimes there's dogs in both.
I'm getting a lot of on Instagram. I can never get away from cricket. I find like I always end up back at cricket again. No matter how much I try. I just think that because there's just so many Indians, and maybe I follow.
Also, I'm
Indians
bored
or
of this
whatever.
game already.
Oh yeah, Malaysian gay TikTok and this conversation is the way to go. Trying to think what else, Rob. Oh, yeah. So my first clip has come up as cricket. Now I've got something about Spike Jones, so nerdy film stuff. Oh my god! And then this came up
Yes,
straight away.
Kevin Peterson doing
It's Kevin
6-7.
Peterson topless.
Oh God! I mean, that is a big concern from you, Jared. That.
Lots of sports business stuff. Oh, and book stuff. A little bit of basketball. Instagram is a lot of book stuff, a lot of history stuff, and a lot of basketball. TikTok is a lot of basketball, books, and maybe film stuff, I suppose, as well. Nerdy film stuff. Oh, geography, Rob. I get sucked into weird geography facts.
So I was sat next to a pro gambler for a couple of years before I took my current job, doing Betfair gambling. And his brother turned up one day as a really, really fun character. His brother turned up, had just been like bumming around in Thailand or whatever. And we were talking about geography, and I was like, my geography isn't as good as it should be. Like, I'm really good at flags, and I'm quite good at knowing where places are because of sport and a lot of computer games and stuff.
Oh
But
wow!
I'm not very good at it. And he went, and I said, how many countries are there? I don't know what the answer is. Is it like 204 or something? And he said, I'm pretty sure I can name them all in a row straight away. And I was like, well, I bet you 100 quid that you can't. And hang on, let me look now. How many countries are there? So 195 countries in the world, right? And I said something like, if you can name 190 in 5 minutes, I'll give you 100 quid. And he went, okay, no problem. I'll absolutely take that bet. And he just reeled them off. He was like Equatorial Guinea, Eritrea, bang, 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 just nailed 190 countries in a row. It was, and he did them in like a proper order, like started with Europe, went to 8. It was absolutely ridiculous.
Gazamfar's bowling beautifully here, by the way. He's almost bowled Washington straight away, and Washington's gone for a big slog, which is going to edge away for 4.
No, there's not. Yeah, inside edge.
And the only thing that has worked about Gujarat at the moment is the one time they've tried anything fun, which is sending Washi up. All their normal things have not worked.
Did they send him up, or is he just come in early?
I mean, it's possible, I suppose. I'm hoping they sent him up, but yeah.
So what was it? So Atar was asking, can we get stats like true likes and true handsomeness compared to the average? Like we have true strike rate. That's the only way we can be objective about Tilak. You're not wrong there.
I think the only thing for Varun to really do now is to work out a true gay icon stat for every player. And also, I want to know what percentage every player is American coded.
Yeah, I feel like there must be some people who are like very straight.
I think Kyle
Like,
Jamison's
straight up.
97%
Yeah, that's
American
good.
coded.
That's good.
Yeah.
He is basically American.
I see it. I feel like it's white people's cheating a bit though, isn't it?
No, but even for white people, he's at a ridiculous level, right? He
Yeah, I
looks,
see it.
he's like Iowa coded. He's just come off a fucking farm. Donald Trump said, did someone here say 15-year-old Scottish boys? Thank you, Donald. Very funny. Glenn Phillips, he is on 5 off 6, so he started slow. So 53 for 3 at the end of 7 here. Rob, I've got them at a 12% chance of winning from here. I don't mind that bet, by the way.
No, I don't mind it either because you basically need someone to do a Tilak, right? Is what you need.
Yeah.
I don't think Washington's going to do a Tilak, but Glenn Phillips probably can. Is kind of 2 or 3 times a lifetime though for Glenn Phillips to do it from here. I would guess. They'd love to have Rutherford, wouldn't they? They'd love to have him back lurking down the order for this kind of a chase. But as far as innings mirroring goes, right? Mumbai walked in and couldn't score any runs in the first over, and then they got out of the power play somehow at 46 for 3, and this lot got out of the power play at 45 for 3.
Yep.
And then they got 8 off.
Timed some beautifully, didn't they?
Like innings have almost exactly mirrored so far, and they were 54 for 3. This lot of 53 for 3. So if they mirror all the way home and they get someone that bowls as badly as Prasid and Ashok did, then this is in the game. But I do think that Mumbai had a good look at this pitch, and going with the 2 overseas spinners was probably the right answer. Washington couldn't pick Gazamfa then, could he?
No, wasn't picking him at all. Just trying to hit him. Santner's come on. Yeah, it'd be interesting. I mean, pace bowling was fine on that wicket for most of the time as well. It seems to be a wicket that's helped both, I think. That was as Santner is coming into Washington, who goes for the big hit here. And that is going to be 6 and out. Oh,
it's
he
out.
just caught it.
Oh wow!
I want to see it again.
Yeah, 77 miles
The
an
number
hour.
indeed.
It was slow. Kilometers an hour, sorry. It was slow,
Nice.
and it was hit up in the air, and right now on the boundary.
Oh, he's out.
I think he's out, isn't he?
That ball should have been hit into the middle of the leg. That was a shocking.
but-
ball.
Does shuffle his foot back towards the rope. I
He's
think
quite close
fine.
on the way back, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like he's well in the inside the ropes when he catches it, and then his foot hobbles back. I would need to see that from the other angle. Probably all right.
It wasn't a great ball, by the way. He probably
That's a
should have hit
goal.
this for 6.
Yeah, that was a six ball.
Let's have a look. Oh,
You
I
need
think
it
he's okay, but geez,
Yeah.
he made it closer than he needed to in that.
You need
last
it from the
little-
side, don't
And
you?
Hardik is jumping with joy there.
He really is. Hardik's
Yeah.
massively up for this today, isn't he? Despite what he did with the bat, he was really, really animated around Tilak's whacking. So they've not looked at it from a different angle, or if they have, they haven't shown us.
No, I think he's out.
It was a lovely bunny hop to almost give the wicket back, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, he did his best.
Civi says, genuine question, how come men's cricket has not seen any well-performing gay cricketers? Discrimination at grassroots level? No, there have been. You have watched professional cricketers who are very good at cricket who are gay. They're just not out, which is a very, very different. situation. The best one, of course, is Steve Davies, who was a fantastic cricketer, played for England, who was out.
Oh my God,
but-
Sevatia's in.
The what? But yeah,
He was the first international men's cricketer to come out publicly, I think. Steve
Yeah.
Davies.
he was.
Mhm.
It's actually, there's some incredible stories too about it, like what happened, because it was such a big deal. Like suddenly he was getting, like, he was like a fringe player for England, right? And suddenly he was getting invited to Elton John's house for dinner. Like things changed very quickly for him. He went from being not known very much to being very famous. Also, in cricket specifically, there are a lot of countries where you travel to where homosexuality is still illegal.
Isn't that mad? Yeah.
Yeah, parts of the Caribbean, UAE, I think, Pakistan. You know, it wasn't always fully legal in in parts of India at times. I think Sri Lanka might have had a law still on their books.
Oh, is that?
Mm.
Oh wow, yeah.
That's game over. It's Glenn Phillips.
Yep.
Spoons this back. So what other types of gay people could we look up, Farhan?
It's a good question.
I did know about otters. I think Glenn Phillips has a bit of an otter vibe. Anyway, that one's stuck in the pitch. Who have they got? I honestly don't know who bats down the order for
Shah Rukh
this.
Khan.
The Shah Rukh Khan.
Every time someone comes out, it feels like a fresh surprise to me.
It's
Well,
Shah
Shah
Rukh Khan.
Rukh Khan and then Rashid Khan.
And then we get Rash and Rabada, so we're going to watch them bat today. That's something.
Would you send Rashid Khan in now?
No, I'd have sent him
Instead
as
of Washi.
number 3 or 4 and say just.
It's in
tell this
Rabada
bat.
now.
I don't know. I don't care who they send. Why not Shah Rukh Khan? Just go score 100, mate. Take your time. Make sure you get 120 by the end. No problem. Because you know Tuati is going to be 8 off 16. He's got every excuse to do his favourite thing, which is not scoring runs for ages. I mean, there's no point in looking at the sample sizes for Tuati because there just aren't any. He only faces, balls in about 1 in 5 games. Over 7 to 15 strike rate for Tuati is 103. And afterwards 165. Let's run that all time. This is going to be funny.
Just because this person, I'm gonna like.
This is
I
great.
said this, by the way. He says, I hope this isn't about gay people. He says it's a virus from the West. Just so you're aware, there is gay behavior right through the animal kingdom, and it has always been.
Animals are really gay, aren't they?
Right? There's so much.
Just go
When
to the
you say
zoo.
something like this, it means you just haven't looked up the topic, right? And if you're going to say things like this, we will kick you out of the chat because it's completely unacceptable. This isn't true, and it's idiotic. In fact, if you look at indigenous culture in Australia, homosexuality goes back a long, long way in Australia. So just don't say things that aren't true, and we'll be more fine with you in the future.
Okay, Rahul Tewatia. Agree with Jared. I'd agree. Rahul Tewatia has faced 7 balls in his life in the power play, and his strike rate there is 86. So that's 6 off 7, isn't it? How about this? Over 336 balls that he's faced in over 7 to 15. His strike rate is 96. He is not bothered about scoring runs unless they need 20 and over at the end. And they bloody well if he keeps doing what he's doing. But he will just block now. Watch him block over and over again.
How
And then his
long?
strike
How
rate
long?
in the
He's not
last
going
five
to
is
block. He's going to
165.
start hitting around the 12th or 13th, though, isn't he? Yeah.
He's not.
If the required rate is north of 18, he will start to hit. But if it isn't, he will continue to block. And he may try and take the odd single, but there won't be any 2s. He doesn't do those.
Praveen says, why did Mumbai Indians buy Will Jacks? I think they wanted a batter who gave them a little bit of bowling for flexibility, but he wasn't available for the first few weeks. Was it family reasons, I think? Was his wife having a child or something? Was it injury?
I don't know. No,
I know he was in Paris.
He's
He
not
was in-
married. He's been on some sort of like European tour. I mean, he's
Oh,
not
okay.
done
I thought he was having a child, but maybe I've just misremembered. Maybe it was another player who was doing that. He's in Paris, so, that is the city of love.
Yeah, we'll give you that.
Triple Stroke says, didn't watch. How was Rabada bowling? Bowled really good. It was a good surface for him. It seemed around quite a bit, but last 2 games, I've been quite impressed with the way he's bowled. After batting for a
He
little
was
while.
excellent today. He's also been amongst the wickets this season when the season started, it was like, Rabada looks really tired. And where's the wickets going to come from? And he's actually got a 2. He got a 2 for the next game. And then the last 2 games, he's got 6 wickets. And the wicket takey Rabada is a very, very good thing to have. You know, he got a purple cap. What year, Varun? 3 years ago, 5 years ago.
Who? Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Rabada got a purple cap when KL got
2020. 2020.
Okay, sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
Ave says, I was miles up this IPL until Michael ruined by Bedoni top bat bet at 9-1 in that freak chase. Since then, I'm 20% down. Bad beat to absolute shambles.
Yeah, I think
that might be the name of Rob Barron's book.
I have a few things written in my book. Like some of the bad beats I've got will beat anybody if anyone wants to sit around and discuss them. I've had some absolute humdingers. The Colin de Grandhomme one is going to be a chapter of my book. That was amazing. I will talk about that on a thing at some point, but that is a really, really good one. And I've got a brilliant one that cost me more than 30,000. I think it was like £35,000, where Robin Otapa is one of the central figures of the bet. And I want
Save
to have
that until you meet him in real life, and we'll get you to do it on stage with him.
Yeah, that one I have saved. I wanted to say it as like the first thing I ever said to him, but I'm holding it back. He finds it funny that every drop catch cost me money, very much like my friends from home.
No, everyone finds it funny.
But it is funny. It is funny. Yeah. There's no question about it.
Kanish says, why would he settle on 6 balls per over and not 5, 8, and 10? So 10 was never used. I think 4, 5, 6, and 8. So 7 is the only one I don't think they used in that pattern. It was 8 in Australia and 8 in other parts of the world at times as well. But what happens is when Kerry Packer comes in, he realizes you can fit more ads in if it's 6 balls and over. So, like most things in cricket, it comes down to money, even though people don't know that. So, I do think they were moving towards 6 anyway, because 6 was pretty standard across a lot of cricket countries, and there was only a few holdouts of 8. But I do think there was definitely a push towards 8 that was cemented probably by Kerry Packer. Having said that, I think even Australia was moving back to 6 at that point, just because it was a bit silly. But if you actually look at the history of cricket, like England had 3-day test matches for a long time, while other countries had timeless test matches. So there were so many. Pakistan was still playing on matting wickets when everyone else was playing on turf. South Africa played on matting wickets as well. Like there's lots of things that don't match in cricket because there was no one in charge of the game, right? So everyone has slightly different things. The only things that were uniform with the laws. And that, again, the only reason we have uniform laws, as we told this story the other day, is because of betting in cricket. Drunch says, heard about Tilak Yao fanfic with Brevis, Tom's DeWalt. I think I'm the only one on here. I think Rob has just been stuck for a minute. As this one's been hit up high, just over the line. Oh, what an effort down on the boundary. Rob, when he gets unstuck, will be able to tell us that that was a drop. But a great effort down there, but just carries over the top. Yeah, good strike. A little bit over pitched there. And, oh my God. Is this a running one-handed attempt at a catch? We're going to have a timeout here as well. So I can quickly tell my fanfic story here. So for those who don't know, I've got to know what's the name of it, just because we've been talking about this stuff over and over again. But there was a period of time when there was a particular kind of erotica written about cricket that started online. So there is it came out of Star Trek years ago. There's a form of writing where if you really like 2 characters on a TV show, you would write about them having sex together. And I made a joke in a piece once that like Mahela and Kumar Sangakkara were so close that kind of thing could have actually happened for them. Not really knowing that there was this whole burgeoning online thing where there were all these articles written about these players being together. And what's weird about them is most of them are written by young girls who've never actually had sex before. And so they're really, really, they're almost sweet, but they're almost nerdy and uncomfortable. And like I remember reading one about Joss Butler, and he's in this game, and Chris Wokes, who are having an affair but they couldn't. Sorry, who had feelings for each other, but they couldn't admit that they had feelings for each other. It was all about them holding hands. I remember sending there was a couple of other players who were involved in one, and I sent it to the players to be like, just so you know, this exists. It's called Slash Fiction, by the way. I couldn't remember the name before. And this is a thing that really exists in cricket, and there's lots of them out there. You can find them. There's a whole community that write about them, and it's been happening for quite a few years. And I met some of the people who wrote them after this happened. Did you hear anything of what I just said?
No, computer crashed.
Okay. So there's a thing called Slash Fiction that comes out of Star Trek, where when you like a show, you write about how the characters have sex with each other in real from the show, and that became very gay coded for a while. But there's straight versions of it as well, but it became very gay coded. And I wrote a piece about how like Mahela and Kumar were so close that you could write Slash Fiction about them, not knowing that there was a thriving cricket Slash Fiction community that were writing all these pieces. And so I gave one of the pieces that was written about a bunch of players to them to show them. And they were like, hey? And they were like, we thought this would be really funny. And halfway through, it was like one of the saddest things we've ever read.
So people go properly deep into this, do they?
Yeah. And a lot of it is written by 14 and 15-year-old girls who they've never had sex before. So it's like, it's about flirtive glances and holding hands. And, we walked through it. Joss walked past Chris in the hallway and their arms met and there was electricity between them for the nanosecond that they touched. I read a lot about Joss Butler and Chris Wokes. Chris Wokes and Joss Butler were in like 60% of the ones I read.
Yeah, I think he's probably my biggest man crush is Josh Butler. I just absolutely love the guy. Just having followed his whole career and the way he's done it, and as Tawatia blocks the ball, pretends he's going to run and doesn't. He's just an amazing human being, Josh Butler.
Bravin said, this is a hell of a throw ahead, this one. Who should RCB target in the next IPL mega auction as Hazelwood or Boovie replacement? Is Jacob Duffy enough? No, you'd need a combination anyway, but we're so far away, we don't know who's going to be available or who's going to be around at that time. But what you really want with those two is, I think you're just looking for one really good Indian defensive bowler and one really good overseas defensive bowler and kind of match them up and hope that they can provide more wickets because of them as a pair. Does that make sense?
Yeah, completely. Like it's a good question, but it's also impossible because you can't plan for an auction. When is the next one? I don't even know. Like quite a long time in the future where you don't know who's in form and who's fit and who's just turned up that's a kid.
I don't think we know exactly how long this cycle is. This one we need Varun because it's like a lot of things. We were thinking it was going to be a 4-year cycle and someone told me it was going to be a 3-year cycle, but I don't know. I haven't looked into that yet. But yeah. Prub says, I want to make a cricket dark comedy film. Ideas. I would set it around the PCB.
I've lots of ideas. I would like to help with this. Sherry Khan gets 2. Yeah, lots of ideas. Not many of them can be read aloud.
You know I've written a cricket sitcom, right?
How have we not discussed this, Jared? why are you waiting till now to tell me this, and why haven't you sent me this script?
So years ago, Atif Nawaz and I came up with this concept of a cricket sitcom, and he's obviously a comedy writer as well, and has worked in the UK quite a bit. And it was a very standard kind of sitcom, and then we stopped writing it together because we couldn't. We had a meeting, but it didn't go anywhere, right? So we kind of gave up on it.
But you wrote a pilot.
Yeah, there's a pilot for it. So then I went back to it a couple of years later and kind of changed it quite a bit into almost a combination of a couple of different ideas that I had. And I wrote it. And again, I got meetings, but nothing came of it, right? So I was like, I just can't be bothered. Like, it's too much work. Like, the UK scene at that time was really hard. Being an Australian didn't help. And I'm not in that business, right? Like, I had to meet the people first, then convince them to have the meetings. It didn't go anywhere. Then when Ted Lasso landed, Rob, I got contacted by someone in Hollywood going, we want to do sports sitcoms. So this is the time when Barney Ronay and Jonathan Liu almost got a sitcom made as well. There was going to be another football sitcom. But in Hollywood, they were also like, can we do a cricket sitcom? And can we bring like Americans over and do a sitcom, based on cricket like Ted Lasso? And I was like, yes, you can. And here's the script. And I've already written it. And then they went, yeah, we don't want to do that. That was a stupid idea.
I very much want to be a part of this. So, hi, Deepak.
Hey, Deepak's here.
So,
yes, I'm the impact player. Like whenever there is a substitution required, I'm always there. I just saw the messages on the group. I said like
Varun
there's a requirement of sub.
either we just kept rabbiting on and on and on, but we're finally taking the opportunity to talk as Tawatia plays an aggressive shot.
Hey.
Maybe just because Deepak turned up, he's actually tried to hit the ball for the first time. That's his 7th ball. He rockets to 100 strike rate now.
No.
So my wife and I, we are going on a sitcom writing, like doing a sitcom writing course, because I have an idea based around betting, and I have worked in some offices which are some of the most naturally funny places you've ever come across. But the betting community is very funny anyway. And I think there used to be a thing on the Betfair used to have a forum, right? Obviously got taken down for lots and lots of slander
reasons
and dreadful reasons. But back in its heyday, there was a thread where it was extremely basically somebody put it started off as funny things that have happened in betting shops. In bookies, and some of the content on that is absolute gold. And I used to work eons ago in a call center. My first job was answering the phone. This is before internet betting. Was answering the phone. People would give their account number, and then you would place the bet on your computer for them, and dial the money through from their debit card and all this sort of thing, right? And one of my favorite stories is
Tuatia's gone for another big shot.
Tried to play another aggressive shot. He's keeping my promises about his strike rate 7 of 9. One of my favorite is a very famous footballer here called Paul Merson. You probably heard of him, Jared. He played for England. He's been vociferous and talked a lot. He's done documentaries about his gambling addiction. Terrible gambling addict. And he's spoken about the fact that Stan James, the company I used to work for, no longer exists, inadvertently gave his details out to one of the papers. So one of the papers phoned up and said, "Hi, it's Paul Merson. I've forgotten what bets I had yesterday or whatever. Can you tell me what they all are?" And this telephonist lady just went, "Oh, sure, Mr. Merson, no problem. Your account number's this, and all the bets you had yesterday with this, you lost this much, blah, blah, blah." Absolutely terrible, right? So when you've got a person like that, a very high, this guy played for England at football, like really famous guy. You're supposed to keep everything they do quiet, and everything they do is completely on the level. But the fact that Merson has since spoken about this time in his book means I can talk about it now. I'm going to anyway. But my friend, one of my best friends is called Chicken, and he is an absolute idiot. And anyone that knows Chicken will know that this is the case. And I would say much worse things to his face. But Chicken one day was answering the phone, and Paul Merson came on the phone and tried to put a bet on, right? It was an enormous bet. It was for, many thousands of pounds. And the protocol was for anyone that's putting a bet on is you get the money first, right? It's one of the first things of betting, right? The money must be available. If somebody wants a bet of 10 grand or 20 grand or something, they have to pay for the bet, right? This is the first rule of gambling.
I understand that is how it should work.
That makes sense. So there's big red flags all over this account saying, take the money, tell the bosses that you've taken the bet and all this sort of thing. So Chicken, who is an idiot, has answered the phone, seen that it's Paul Merson putting the bet on, and got completely flustered. Now, whenever we saw Chicken getting even mildly flustered, bear in mind there's loads of us that are still at school, really good mates. There's probably 5 or 6 of us have seen him get flustered. We are then not focusing one little bit on our job. We are just trying to wind Chicken up and get him more and more flustered, right? So we're in his head, we're in his ear, we're annoying him, and he's Mr. Merson, what can I do for you? What can I do for you? How can I help you, sir? How can I help you? And so I go, get his account number, Dean, do it properly. And he gets his account and he goes, right, and he wants 20 grand on whatever it was. Let's say it's a horse. Well, 20,000 quid on a horse. He goes, and then he forgets how to use his phone, right? To use the desk phone, you're supposed to press hold, ask the guy, can he have the 20 grand bet? He wants a 20 grand bet on this horse. Is that okay? So he puts the phone down, shouts at the phone, "Sorry, sir, we're having a bit of a kerfuffle here today," which is a word that doesn't even exist. We're having a kerfuffle here today. So by this time, we're on the floor, like the guys that know this, we're on the floor laughing. He then runs to the desk of the trader guy and says, look, this guy wants 20 grand bet. I've forgotten how to use the phone. Can he have it? He goes, yes, of course he can, Dean. Get the bet on. The race is going off in a minute. Don't forget to get the money. Chicken then runs back to the desk, completely stacks it and falls over and really hurts himself, which was really, really funny. Like, we're already in tears laughing and we just died. Like, he's absolutely belted his knee on one of the desks because he's running around the office like a headless chicken, completely, like, he's gone. And then he goes, okay, Mr. Merson, your bet is on, sir, like that, and puts the phone down. And we go, chicken, did you get the money? And then it declined. His card declined the money. So he never got the bet. He's told this person he's had an enormous 5-figure bet. Then the bet lost, and he didn't have the money for it. It was fucking brilliant. It's one of the best moments of my life. And I just
do you have to call him back and ask him for the money, or you just fucked that?
So what do you do in that situation? Like, if you know, I won't go into the customer's details, although if you want to know about them, Merson has written about them in books and spoken about them publicly. But that's when the owner of the company has to get involved there, right? And go, we now need to make a decision. We need to call him. Yeah. We need to decide what's going to happen. It was all totally nuts, but just stuff like that was happening quite regularly. Just complete nonsense, because there's lots of young men, lots of stupidity. Betting is a stupid industry anyway. It lends itself to all the different types of lunatic. And then you get places like Gibraltar where all of us that didn't fit into society ended up going to Gibraltar. And then you meet even more like-minded people that can't get real jobs, can't be, what's the word, ingratiated in society. That's not the right word.
It's not. I think the proper word is kerfuffled.
Can't be kerfuffled into normal, right? But there's loads there for a sitcom. Loads there for a sitcom on the how people bet, which that's a wicket.
Oh, we got a wicket here.
That's
so yes, another wicket.
Who departs for 8 off 11, which if
so that's the typical Tawatia innings.
Like, I was going to say, Deepak, if you said when he walked to the crease, what's he going to score today? You would say he's going to score 8 off 11, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Whenever
I've heard the word Tawatia from your mouth, I think the next word is 8 of 11. So it's the next sentence, always.
Rahul, 8 off 11, Tawatia. I'd love to see how many times he's got 8 off 11. I might be able to find that out.
This is also like very much like an Ashwani spell, though, isn't it? Like, he could go for 1 million runs, but he will take wickets all the time. That's what he did most of last year, right? I think he took a lot of wickets last year, didn't he, Deepak? Like 15?
Yeah, but like
11?
Not these many, because he didn't play these many matches, to be honest.
I thought he took a lot. How many was it?
He took 4 in his debut match, for sure. Then in the next match, he got
11. He took 11 wickets in 7 games.
Yeah, 11, not 15.
That's a lot of wickets in 7 games, isn't it?
That is a lot.
And
he also went at 11 runs and over.
Yes. In second match, he was shredded to pieces by Marsh and Markram. Marsh in particular, and then he made a little bit of comeback here and there. So it was still effective.
Yeah. The thing is, he's got good pace and his left arm, and he skids onto the bat. But I think once he gets on a flat pitch, it's just, I don't know what his main skill is, right? This isn't a flat pitch, so hopefully he does well today.
But like in domestic, in Shere Punjab, where he got all the fame, he was known for his slower balls and wide Yorkers.
Yeah.
So a little surprising that didn't come off at this level.
I'm just looking at Tawatia's historic IPL numbers here. So 2024, he got a 4 off 5, 10 off 15, and a 6 off 11. That's pretty regular stuff. Then in consecutive innings the year before, 3 off 5, 4 off 5, 3 off 3. It's good going. I can't find the exact innings he's had today. I've got 12 off 10 where he was really gunning it. 15 off 17. I mean, there's so many of these innings. The year before, 11 off 13, 3 off 4, 6 off 14. Like, who is this guy? Like, how does he get a gig every season, no matter what? Never bowls, doesn't really field.
I reckon this is about the 3rd or 4th time this year I've been asked, why is Shah Rukh Khan playing? He doesn't do anything and all this sort of stuff. And I was like, he's literally behind Tawatia. Like, how is he getting away with this?
Yeah.
Shah Rukh Khan, I like. Like, Shah Rukh Khan makes sense. He's not going to give you a lot of runs, but he's going to score them really, really quickly.
Yes.
And
he's like 175 strike rate. Is
he's going to face, the last 12 balls of the innings and come in and whack. Fine. It's not going to work all the time, but he's going to do it. Tawatia, I'm like, I don't understand it. He played a good innings 93 years ago. Remember, he was a leg spinner when he started.
Took 18 wickets in one season, if I remember.
Doesn't even. When was the last time he bowled a delivery?
He was flying saucer balls, right?
All I'm saying is this: Tim David
Yes.
has bowled more recently.
18 or 19, he took 18 wickets in a season also, right? Tawatia, for
I think he had one good year, didn't he?
I think he did. I think he did have one good year, but
Yeah,
like-
18 or 19, I don't remember. Like, it took a handful of wickets. Like 18, I guess. 17 or 18.
I remember. What year did he first start? Where are we here?
I've got him in. He played a game. He played 3 games in the 2014 IPL.
Yes. He's a veteran.
No, he took 10 wickets in 2020, and then 8 wickets in 2021.
And in 19 and 18?
Yeah, he's not bowled a delivery. No, he never took 18 or 19. So it's 18 wickets in 2 years. So maybe that's what you were thinking of.
Maybe.
He hasn't taken a wicket since 2021. He hasn't bowled a ball since 2023.
He bowled flying saucers, didn't he?
He just bowled little leg spin.
Yeah. I had a decent googly, to be honest.
Couldn't have been that decent. He hasn't bowled for 5 years. He's bowled.
Yeah.
He's bowled. Let's have a look here. 5, 6, 7 overs in the last 5 seasons.
Wow.
He's basically been impact sub to death. Cricinfo having listed as a bowler, so it tells you he was a bowler when he first came through.
Started.
And
What do you think the most runs?
So
what,
10 was the, 2021 took 18 wickets. Yes. Two seasons combined, yes. That's
Okay.
where I got confused.
What do you think? How many runs do you think he made last year, guys?
That's
46.
I have the
He's almost made 46 this year. Last year he made 99 runs at an average of 12.
What's his strike rate?
167, so fine.
Okay.
168, yes.
Year before, 188 runs at 27, so that was a good year at 145. Year before that, he's got Shah Rukh Khan figures, 21 at 152. 2021, so his breakout year was 2020, where he averages 42 at 139. And then he backs that up in 2021 by averaging 15 at 105.
And this is where he gets traded to GT.
Yes, yes, you're right. And then that year he had a good year. He's had, with the bat, I want to say he's had a few good years, maybe 3.
So
3.5?
basically, he stopped bowling after coming to GT. Completely.
He bowled, what did I say it was? 7 overs for them.
Another one bites the dust. Another
Yeah,
wicket for Ashwani.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
It's 85 for 7, and I don't think GT are going to win this game now. I think they might not win. They need 115 or 46, with Rabada and Shah Rukh Khan having to do basically all of it.
Deepak, how much do you think he plays because he's left-handed?
No idea, to
Because
be
it
honest.
gives you
because-
another left-handed hitter down the order, right?
Yeah, but like obviously because they have not been able to use Washi that well. Maybe due to that. But like then they had Anuj Rawat also, right? They could have even tried him.
Yep.
What
Oh,
Got
was
year?
that last
Sure.
wicket? Oh, was that Ashwani who got that wicket again?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, lovely. Missed that one.
Sai Kishore still not played a game? Is he injured? Or is he
He's not
lost-
even in the.
Oh,
He's
he's
not
on?
even in the. Like impact sub
What's happened to him?
list. No idea.
Is it possible he's injured and we don't know?
Well, I didn't know
this
that
is-
Tom Banton was injured. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that one either.
And then they just said, "Oh, he's going now because he's really, really injured." And I was like, "I didn't know he was a bit injured." I mean, they've obviously got the Kishore, and you could bring Holder in. He's still knocking around, isn't he, in this camp? Who did they sign for Banton? I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, I don't know. I only saw he was injured today.
It was somebody. Wait a minute, I'll find it.
It would be great if they could sign someone, right, who's in the middle of a PSL game, a message, and
Steve
just
Smith.
walks off the field.
Steve Smith. I'd love to see Steve, like we haven't seen Steve Smith in the IPL since he became the guy that gets man of the match in half his big BBL games.
We haven't seen
scoring 80
Steve
off
Smith
35.
play for Australia or in the IPL since he got good at T20 cricket after
Yeah.
15
Yes.
years.
But really good though, freakishly, unbelievably amazing.
Yeah, but it's his own fault. I'm not. It's his own fault, right?
Why?
Because how many years? When he was young, he could have been this good in T20 cricket. He was a brilliant
But, like-
striker of the ball.
At least like 2017, he was very close to winning a title for his franchisee, right? So,
Don't make me look up his.
So the man who replaced Banton made his T20I debut against New Zealand in March and was named player of the series. Can you name that man? Because if you ask me that question, I would not be able to name that man.
In March.
In March, he
Was
made it.
Was that when they were playing Bangladesh?
They were
no,
playing
no, they
New
were,
Zealand.
they were New
He
Zealand
was
and South
player
Africa.
of the series.
Oh, South Africa. Sorry.
Yeah,
Um,
South African right-handed batsman is all you're getting. He averages 50 in T20Is, but he has only played 5 times.
it's not the keeper. Verena.
It is not. He'd be funny.
I can't even remember who made runs in that series.
This totally passed me by. This man being in the IPL, but he is in the IPL. He's in this squad. Is Connor Esterhazen.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No idea. No idea.
Played a bit for Abu Dhabi Knight Riders in the, what do you call it? The one I never watch. IL20.
Yeah, so Steve Smith's one really good year. Oh,
So then another wicket.
another wicket. Shahrukh is caught out at the wicket.
So
Ashwani is
he has
picking up wickets everywhere here.
he's scored wickets.
His really good year is the one in for Rising Pune Supergiants. I have to remember what RPS stands for. It's been a while, guys, since they existed. Where he averaged 45 at a strike rate 153. That was when he made the 100, though. So I think a lot of his runs came out of that one knock.
Which year was this?
That was 2016.
And then 17, he was a captain.
Yeah, 2012, he averaged 40 with a strike rate of 135 for the other Pune side. Pune Warriors India. Am I remembering some of these names correctly?
Yes.
And then
Probably made for
2017, he averages 40 with a strike rate of 121. I'm not sure that's acceptable in 2017, Deepak.
But
It's
like,
not.
they-
Look
they-
at his
they
big
still-
bash numbers. I'm going to
But they
find
still
it.
reached the finals, right? And they were
Yeah.
very close to winning that.
So the other players were good. You're not
I don't
taking
think
that
so,
as a
like-
plus season, surely. It's not a bad season, but it's not a plus season, is it?
Yeah, but like, I don't
Then he went to
remember, like-
Rajasthan and he averaged 40 again with a strike rate of 115 in 2019. He actually managed to be slower the quicker the game was getting. In
He was-
2021, he played for Delhi and he averaged 25 with a strike rate of 112.
Is it Steve Smith still?
Yeah.
How about this for numbers, right? I'm just looking at his big bash since. So he's only played 10 innings in the last few years. His median number, so his runs per innings basically in this 10 innings, is 53 at a strike rate of 167. He is averaging in the power play 111. And his strike rate in the power play is 158, in the middle overs 169, and in the death overs it's 230. Steve Smith.
Yeah.
I think he won. I think he won man of the match in 6 of his 10 BBL games, which is just absurd.
He'd been ridiculous, right? But then all it does is people keep saying, well, why do you have in Australia picked him? And it's like, because of the previous 15 years, right? He had so many chances to be this player, Rob.
He did, but in the fiasco of a World Cup they just had, them calling him up and making him sub-field and then sending him home without picking him, that is a piss take, isn't it? For someone that's done what he's done for Australia. That's ludicrous.
Yeah.
But also,
why-
they pinned off Renshaw, who was playing brilliantly well. He was their best player, and they sacked him off. And
But
lost.
why is he playing good in T20 cricket now? Do you know the reason?
Because he just turns up with zero expectation of himself or pressure and just freewheels.
No, it's
Why
because
is it?
it's because he wanted to be at the LA Olympics.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
He's
When
basically
is
said that. And
When is that?
But like, then how is game evolved so quickly, which was not happening for 15 years?
Exactly, Deepak, right? When Australia kept having meetings with him and saying, we don't want you to play this way. This is the role we want you to play. We think you'll be the best player in the world if you just do this. And he would go out there and he'd knock the ball around and do nothing for them over and over again. So they stopped picking him. And then suddenly when he gets good, it's too late. It's
I
ridiculous.
clearly remember there was like Rajasthan Royals match versus KKR, and like Cummins ran through the top order, and at the presentation he said like I kept on asking Smudge that you've been smoking us for fun in the nets, and you played a horrible shot today. Like what exactly goes wrong with you? So I'm able to kind of picture that particular incident in front of me. Like I think it was 2020 or something like when he was playing for Rajasthan Royals, and definitely like him kind of moving in the other direction in T20 just simply made no sense. Like, and hard to understand because remember in 2020, just before the BGT, he scored those insane hundreds against India in ODIs, like 62 ball hundreds, both of them. And we all know that he has that fifth or sixth gear in him, but
One of the first things I looked up was when I worked out analytics was looked up his death batting. And when he got to the death, he could score it over 200 runs a ball. But sometimes he was scoring at like 80 to get there. Right? So like, take it away. Okay. T20 internationals. What do you guys think he averages for Australia?
32, 33?
I think that's reasonable. Rob?
I think he averages 24.
24.86. So technically 25.
Ooh.
What do you think his strike rate is, Rob? I'll go to you first.
128.5.
Deepak?
126, not more than that, I guess.
125.
Wow.
Yeah. The strike
Right?
rate, I was expecting that only, but average of 24.
Even the strike rate is low, though, right? Like,
Really
Yeah.
low.
the
Yeah,
average is terrible, but it just,
Yes, exactly.
you know, he's played 279 games. He averages 32 at a strike rate of 131. My frustration isn't that those are terrible numbers, right? Because for someone who played in his career, they're fine. I know how good he could have been at T20 cricket. How do
Yeah.
you bowl to him in T20 cricket
Yeah.
when he's on one? Remember the Wahab Riaz shot where Wahab bowls off the pitch and he flicks him on the leg side?
Yeah.
It's literally a wide outside off stump and he flicks him on the leg side for four.
It
I
could have
was
been a
there
no
when he
ball
did
also.
that.
It could have been a no ball.
Yeah.
It could have missed the pitch completely, to be honest.
It was
One of
crazy.
the pickup shots he played in the bash where he just flicks it over square leg for six. Like no one else can do those. And you watch him, you're like, why? When you think of like LSG, so I'm telling you now, if he played the next game for LSG, his run line would be higher than either Marsh or Markram's, for example.
Yeah.
Like it would be. And he would be expected to score at a better strike rate. Like I think Marsh flatters to deceive a bit. You know, he had a great year last year. I get why they're going with him. But there's a lot of teams that could do a lot. Well, like is he due massively worse output than someone like Seifert? So why doesn't he get a gig? You know, why isn't he in this? Like he's probably
It's just because of the history, right? But to be fair, he's not setting the PSL on fire at the moment.
no. He
I just followed a
slightly
couple
out
of
of
matches
condition,
earlier
doesn't
on.
he?
His first couple of matches were good, right?
I think he made a 50, didn't he? And then I think he might have struggled after that.
he got a duck, 3-ball duck the other day
Yeah.
in a game I watched. Let's have a look at him. He got
For me,
9, 46, 31, 53, 5, 31, 0. Okay, nothing special.
you're actually better off in the IPL to be Glenn Phillips than you are Steve Smith. All right, and I'll explain it this way: you're better off to be Glenn Phillips and not play enough games to have actually failed, and therefore you stick around for ages, right? Was it Colin Ingram? Was he on a bench for a while? You know, that kind of maybe not Colin Ingram. He might not have been on the bench for long enough, but that kind of player, right? Whereas once you become Luke Ronke or Steve Smith, I think teams they don't go back to you in the IPL, right? Like it's really hard. Travis Head had to become Travis Head to get back in because I know of IPL franchises were like, we would never pick him again. He was terrible. right? And then he became something else and got that position and went through it. But it's really out. Luke Ronke was like 5 times better when he was not playing in the IPL than he was when he was in the IPL, and no one even got him in for a game to test him.
He had amazing boundaries per ball numbers early. Before this recent thing of everybody's hoofing it from ball one in the power play, Ronke was actually trying to do that.
I still think he has the best strike rate in the first 5 balls in history, Rob.
Sounds fair.
Yeah.
Suryakumar will beat him only, but
probably Suryakumar and a couple of the other guys will go past him now. But also he's making all those runs in Pakistan, right? Like it should transfer over. But that's not how the league does it. So as I said, you're better off to be that Glenn Phillips guy who just bounces around the bench and doesn't get picked much, than you are to actually come in and fail.
TT is a lovely gig because you hardly ever have to bat, and if you fail, you've lost by miles anyway. No one cares.
Yeah,
I think Phillips does really well. Like everyone likes Glenn Phillips, and I have no issue with that at all. But he does really well to play every game for an IPL team because he very rarely scores runs and he never takes wickets. He's just like
they don't bowl him.
Yeah. So why does he? Is he any better? Like his line when he walks in is like 17.5, and you're expecting strike rate 130. And as somebody that is taking up an overseas slot to do that, I mean, I wouldn't have a player that with those numbers in my middle order who's overseas.
We have been waiting for him to have the breakout year for so long.
Yeah,
and he just doesn't do it
because he can go to like CPL and absolutely boss it, or he does 3 in a row where he's awesome, but I haven't seen it at this level. This is the top level of T20 cricket, right? IPL, and I haven't seen him do it in this.
Wow, I mean, I don't know if it's the top level.
What you think T20Is is higher?
You haven't seen? Oh no, the top level. I thought I was going to make a joke about the Belgium T20 league that's coming up, but no, I think the top 5 teams in the World Cup is still higher than IPL.
Yeah, okay,
but that's only for the last couple of games, right? I don't think that's flipped yet.
Ashwani could get a 6 for here. If he gets Rabada out, which, you're only ever 1 ball away from getting Rabada out the way he plays.
Technically, you're only ever 1 ball away from getting anyone out.
Like, coming back to the first innings, what do you think? Like, they should have bowled Washi in front of Tilak?
They did, didn't they? And he smashed him, didn't he?
He scored 13 runs in 1 over, but like I don't think so. It was Tilak, it was Naman, I guess. And
was that? I can't remember. I thought Tilak hit him for a big 6, but maybe I'm misremembering.
To be honest, I was not watching the game at that time, so I'm just following it up. So
Washington got whacked.
Yeah, but was it Tilak who whacked him or Naman that whacked him? I can't remember now.
As I said, I go.
Was that today? Let's have a look.
Yeah. So Naman did that. Naman had hit him for 6 and 4.
Oh, okay. But
so Tilak scored 2 runs of 3 balls.
So then you have to bowl him with Hardik Pandya in.
But Hardik was struggling, right? So he was not kind of. And considering the fact that Tilak was going nuts, and we know that how.
I just think once you use a
are.
I know Washington is a specialist bowler in Test cricket and he's a really talented person, but in T20 cricket he's not a specialist bowler, right? And you've used him for 1 over and he's gone for 13. And it's the 11th over. So what over would you have bowled him for? The 13th, the 14th, the 15th?
No. Like when he was going bonkers at the end, like when everybody was traveling.
So again, you're asking someone to come on at the end who's not a specialist bowler in this format, doesn't bowl that often, and you're now saying...
But Washi has some amazing power play skills, right? This is what he used to do in IPL.
Yeah, but you're asking him to bowl at the death, Deepak. That's what I'm saying. That's a very different...
I'm just kind of... in the hindsight.
Oh, he's not out, actually. He finds a gap.
Like, just kind of thinking in the hindsight, is it possible, considering the fact that Tilak is insanely good against pace and his spin numbers are not that good? Like, just as a captain...
I'm not saying you're wrong, but do you understand that, okay, let's say you bring him on and he goes for 24 runs. What's their strength, Gujarat?
Obviously.
Fast bowlers, right?
Fast bowlers.
I think they back their strength. I just think if you bring on Washi for like the 17th, 18th, 19th over and he goes for 30, you just look, you look like you've played matchup cricket, right? And you've got fun.
Yeah, exactly. And considering the fact that all of that happened so quickly from Tilak, there was hardly any time to react also. Because He's just like 22 ball 19 in last 22 balls. He went berserk. Like 82 runs in like what 19 balls is
It was
insane.
something like
That's
that, wasn't it? It was incredible. Yeah.
22 balls.
I mean, I suppose you get that might. The only thing they could have said is, and I don't think they thought the game was out of hand, right? I don't think they thought they were going to be 98 for 8 in response.
But like they
Right.
don't have a history of chasing more than 200. Like 2 times they've chased 200. Is one was exactly
Yeah, but
200,
it's not.
Another was 204.
You say more than 200. I'm assuming they've chased 185 to 195 a bit.
yeah. That's
If
the
you bring
comfort
on Washi, what you are doing is, in the words of Rob Barron, you are basically saying, as Rabada gets stumped here, you're basically in a situation where you're upping the volatility. So you might get him out and you might end up chasing 185. You might not get him out and you might end up chasing 215.
Yeah, exactly.
So you have to make that decision. I don't think that. So if they have done it, I'm fine, but it's risky. If they don't do it, I'm fine. And it went the way that it did. Praveen says, will Australia be able to find the next generation bowling unit? As it currently stands, no. There's not like replacements for the bowlers that they have. Obviously, having Jai Richardson be fully fit is a huge change. They've got a bunch of bowlers who are sensational, but bowl about 78 miles per hour. So they may not want to use them. They do have a lot of all-round talent, so they might be able to use, Green and Will Sutherland and some of these other guys a little bit. But no, at the moment, it doesn't look like they're going to have a whole bunch of seamers coming in and replacing the other guys.
Yeah, I think Jai is the one that they've got to really be careful with when they manage him, haven't they? Because Spencer Johnson I had great hopes for and not managed to keep his body together, have they?
Yeah, I mean, he's also old, right? He's about 30 himself.
Yeah, he's
Riley Meredith.
Ellis.
Yeah,
Probably
Alice
not
is
yet.
good. I think Alice in limited overs is fine, right?
Yeah.
Well, he's fine at T20. I don't know about one days because he probably gets milked a little bit, doesn't he? But very good T20 bowler. Who was he supposed to be playing for this year? He would have helped CSK, wouldn't he?
Chennai, yeah.
Yeah. He bowled well last year. Who was the team who never put him on the park for any games? Was it Punjab?
Punjab is in my head. I'm pretty sure.
God,
that's
you
right.
and I used to go nuts about that. It's just like, you
Yeah.
have a good bowler, just pick him.
But that Punjab, like, how far have they come from
Yeah.
that nonsense? It was only 2 years ago, wasn't it, where it was just full and utter nonsense every time, and now they've got the best team doing the best things. It's awesome, really.
Yeah.
Is that all Ponting? He's got a lot of credit for transforming it.
I suppose it's probably... This is where these things... I don't want to say they're shared credit that needs to be there. But is this going to be the end of the
Game
game?
over.
It is. Game over. This is where the shared credit thing comes in because you almost have to give them credit for picking Ponting and then allowing him to be Ponting as well. So I would say that it's multiple people rather than just one person would be my guess. Rob, did you think we'd be sitting here watching Gujarat have a 99-run loss?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Exactly that.
That's why
Exactly
you made all the money today.
that. No, I didn't.
For those of you just joining in, we've had a great day of bears and Malaysian gay TikTok and basketball memories. But Mumbai made 199, largely on the back of an incredible innings from Tilak Varma, where he was stuck for a long period of time. And then he just went, what if I hit sixes? And he did. They made it to 199, which always looked good on this surface. But Gujarat came out. They opened the bowling with Jasprit Bumrah did Mumbai. He took a wicket early on. And that really set it up. They just kept losing. They lost all their good batters. And then all these guys who haven't had to do any work for a long time suddenly had to put a shift in. And realistically, it was pretty grim from then on in. Their best batter was probably Washington Sundar, who struck the ball really nicely before being caught out on the rope. No one else really did anything at all, Rob.
No, they got absolutely stuffed, and deservedly so. And after 20 minutes of this game, I thought Mumbai's season was over and GT were going to massacre them, and they've actually ended up winning by 99 runs. So what the hell do I know?
Apparently nothing, looking at your balance. Me and Rob will be back in a moment to do a quick podcast on this channel. But thank you to everyone who's been here on the Watch Along with us. We'll see you again very soon for more combox.tv, watching along. Combox. The game lives on.